Go. Hey, we're live. Okay.
Ah.
Hello, internet. It's like a rip the band-aid off kind of thing for me sometimes, because
Ooh. Sorry, I'm looking at
I am
the
having
setup
a
is
struggle.
dope. That's all.
Yeah, the overlay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, that's cute. Isn't it?
Yeah. Hey. Hello, internet. We are Crits and Giggles, or at least this table at Crits and Giggles. And this is a new Doing It Live D&D campaign.
Woo.
Some people call them actual plays. I like calling it Doing It Live. This is interesting because we have been through. I personally have been through some technical difficulties and emotional damage today. So we're gonna figure it out. But I'm that Magic Juice. I am your game master and cat wrangler for this table. We are gonna go around the table, introduce ourselves, our characters, and we're just gonna start talking a bit about our characters. The premise of what's going on here, by the way, the campaign is called Lines in the Lies. Part of the fun for this campaign was setting it up. I did not tell the players what campaign we're playing. There might be some hints based on the fact that we started at a certain level and like that not every campaign does that, but I haven't told you except you because you have weird privileges.
Secrets. Yeah.
But generally speaking, the players don't know what we're doing, and that's kind of half of that's going on for me. And I'm gonna stop rambling now. We're gonna start with Ash.
Hey, that's me. Hi, I'm Ash. I also go by Ash and Rabbit here on Twitch and all over the internet. For this campaign, I will be playing a little Kenku named Pumpkin. She's a Fey Wanderer Ranger and has some previous establishments with a couple people within this party. But I figure we'll get into that here in a bit. So who's next? Oh gosh, I don't know the order. Oh god.
I'll go next.
Excellent.
My name
Thank
is,
you.
No problem. I wrote the order down, so in case anybody gets
Bless
confused,
it.
I got it. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm Andrea, also known as on the internet Glossy Woodtone, and I will be playing what did I decide her name was? Laluska Shuttlegin, aka Alaska Jane. She is an Oath of the Ancients paladin. She is a dwarf. She is 3'2". And she's very happy to be here. She is in some way not entirely not the opposite of Indiana Jones. So just kind of like as a vibe, as a thing. She's happy to be here. She knows a couple of people. This is going to be a great time for everybody. And I will pass it on to Logan.
Hi guys, I'm Logan. I go by Nerdwardo, or at least trying to on around the internet places. I'll be playing Kazan Kabar, a clockwork soul sorcerer who is the literal offspring of Arathis, goddess of law and order. Dun
We're
dun.
gonna need to unpack that a little bit.
We will. There will be so much to get into when we get into the game.
Yep.
But long story short, teenage rebellion, angry at failing institutions, etc. Effectively chooses to be banished and just kind of like wanders around like the high forest area of the Sword Coast, just kind of doing what he can or doing what they can for the everyman, helping out smaller people and threatening to burn down cities if they are failing their people. They're in and out of jail a lot.
Thanks to Alaska out of jail a lot.
Thanks to Alaska out of jail also a lot. But yeah, there'll be a lot to unpack there when we get into the game, but for now I'll pass it on to Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Bustet Campbell. She took her husband's last name, don't worry about it. So she is a Tabaxi Eldritch fighter and bard. And she, she was living a chill life with her family, and then someone came around and said you should get back in the game, and so she thought she'd pop in for a little fun session. See if she could sell some of her tinctures, out in the real world, and get rid of some of her stock because she's got quite a bit. Because this multi-level marketing thing is not working out as well as she thought. But it is what it is. Anyway, she'll get past that. But yeah, she's just happy and glad to be back on the road and ready to live life again. So we're gonna pass it on over to Vic.
Hello, I'm Vic. I'm playing Odyssea, who is a Shadarkai College of Lore Bard Knowledge Domain cleric. She, her family are like rangers, originally from the Shadowfell. She does not like being outside. She does like being indoors. She librarian. She got kind of in. She really loved books. The books love her back, and she has started going off on adventures first for like research to definitely finish that grad paper, and now that she has a degree or few, is kind of figuring out what her next steps are.
I'm going to point out that it's not lost on me, at least, that the books love her back is a thing that was said.
I heard that too.
That's how she gets her. Look, she doesn't have a god. She has a library.
There you go.
Fair.
Awesome. Okay, so that's the skinny on our characters. I'm going to set the mood, but we're gonna start talking about our characters a little bit more. There is here's a little over the table behind the scenes. Vic.
Yes.
Sorry, you're new to Roll20. I got to put you on the spot. There is a setting in Roll20 to have music. I'm gonna play some music.
I have headphones, so this might be an issue.
That is up to you, and we'll tell you if we hear it. Usually laptops are pretty good with what you're using. They're pretty good about not letting the speaker sound come through the microphone.
Well, I turned it real low, just in case.
Okay.
Also, I have like normal Sony headphones. Like they're not even like fancy headphones. I've had these for like 10 years. They don't do anything. They have like the little microphone here. If you're looking for something that's like not a whole real person setup, I
have my
a
work-
shitty set of headphones.
I have my work headset at the office.
Fair.
I forgot about it.
That is okay. Okay, there is intentionally soft music playing. Here's the mood, guys. But we're gonna talk about you guys a bit. There's a little bit overhead with starting. Everybody's level 10, by the way. So whatever we want to share with each other / our audience about what have you been up to, other than what you've already said. How basically how and why are you level 10? Like in character, what does that mean as far as your experiences, your adventuring, etc.? Do you know each other, and if so, how? That sort of thing. Shotgun, go.
Oh God. Who wants to go first? Who feels the most excited to talk about these things?
I
'Cause
mean,
there's a lot.
You started talking.
Well, Pumpkin's the reason I'm here to begin with, because she and I traveled for years together. She's basically family, and she pulled me into this whole racket because she came to my door one day and let me know that there's something going on, and you guys needed somebody to join a party, and so I thought, why not? Nathan said he'd take care of the kids.
Nice.
Bless.
How many of those kids you got there?
We're up to 12 at this point.
Oh my
Damn.
Busy.
We only had 2 litters.
That's fair.
They're very
Fancy.
sweet. They're very
Well-
sweet.
Yeah.
One's named after Pumpkin, of course.
That's so cute.
Nice.
I saw Ash get
Damn it.
physically shot with like that the like mini Cupid arrow from that.
Christ, that's adorable.
But yeah, I think Pumpkin is the only one I know of the whole group at this point. So that's where I am.
I guess Pumpkin's kind of the linchpin for a couple people at
Yep.
this point.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got like a 3 people linchpin set, and then there's 2 other people.
There's just
Mhm.
2 other.
And then there's 2 other people.
Well, it's like it's
You,
because
by the way.
It's
So-
a chain, but it's a straight
Yeah.
chain. 'cause there's
it's a,
Right,
it's
'cause
a
they're like-
straight chain. Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm
works.
just stress contributing right now. You don't
You're
mind
good.
don't mind me.
It's a
You're just
beautiful
fine, bud.
charm bracelet. It's a beautiful charm bracelet.
There you go.
So, Pumpkin and Bost used to adventure together, but Pumpkin and Odyssea grew up together out in the Misty Forest.
Hmm?
Pumpkin's always been of the mindset of, I don't really need to stay in one place forever. So she grew up there, but she grew up in a lot of places. But Odyssea and Pumpkin were friends. You know, the kind of friends that would sit in like a library together, not really talk to each other, but would share things with one another.
Parallel play.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how the good old Pumpkin knows both of them.
And Odyssea would read to Pumpkin stories when they were kids. And then after she
So
went off
cute.
to do the researching and work in the library and be indoors, a beautiful place. Sometimes Pumpkin came through, and they would, when Odyssea started doing some adventuring, she would go with Pumpkin, or she would just kind of be like, "Hey, can you help?" Yeah, and they did stuff together. And then Odyssea knows Alaska, or Laluska, except Laluska's handwriting is really bad on the call sheet for getting your rare blood.
Doctor's handwriting.
All right.
So when announcing to the reading room that I had the resources, it didn't work out so well.
And I was like, Alaska. That's a close enough name. I'll take that for a while. Yeah, I was researching for a while prior to getting into, you know, like a stabbity stab and a knockety knock. So also, fun fact, found Ayun. She's a pretty cool babe. As far as like someone to, you know, kind of like help guide where to put my brain, and who to help along the way, and what things to return to places, and what, you know, kind of where to weed out corruption in cities and speaking of weeding out corruption in cities, I was at this like fuck off fancy party a couple of years ago, and there was this like ragamuffin and his friends outside that were trying to like torch the place. And anyway, that's how I met Kazan.
Yeah. So as opposed to like weeding out corruption, I would morely like burn down the whole flower patch. Is kind of how Kazan's kind of thinking about it. You know, they spent up to their older adolescence living with their mother up in the outer planes, observing humanity and seeing how different ways of governing would go, and decided that they didn't really like it that much because of how much bullshit was going on. And then, you know, the whole banishment thing, yada yada. And then the wandering from city to city started to take a toll when they kind of just had to start like sitting in jail for months at a time. Maybe 1 or 2 stints where it'd be like a year or over, so just because of that, you know, because of the whole threatening to burn down the city situation.
Yeah, there's better ways to go about it, bub.
I don't think there. I don't think there is. I think this is. I think
yeah,
this is what we gotta do.
I mean, we get into this all the time, but like we'll fix this. You're gonna be. It's fine. We're gonna be okay.
But
There's better ways to do it.
And then the that whole descent into the mortal realm turned Kazan mortal, and then they've just spent that time kind of rebuilding the kind of latent weave within them, channeling that order of magic, or that magic that comes from order, but kind of like shifting the paradigm on it and having it come from more of a, this is what the natural world sees as order, as opposed to what a divine being chooses to be good or bad for the mortals that live there.
Nice.
Kind of rounded that out really well.
Yeah.
Y'all are deep.
Yup. Okay, anything else? We'll probably get to more of it as
Yeah.
it becomes relevant, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
happy to be here. Excited to figure out what our task is gonna be.
Yeah.
So excited to figure out what's going on.
yup. Okay, so I have divulged to the players, but this is a reminder for you guys as well as hey hello for everybody watching. In various degrees, and here's another thing we need to talk about, or in various ways, you have been basically asked to come to Neverwinter to help investigate a series of high-profile people going missing. This is contextually unusual to just for people of your character's level of experience to be asked to like just investigate missing people. Red flag. So we should establish, because at least with me, we haven't really talked about much, if any, of how did you actually get summoned, because you know that basically at the tip of the pyramid is Daggle Neverember. I actually need to say this. Rewind. Okay, so here we are. We see on the screen, Party Gandalf is at Neverwinter. The city of Neverwinter stands proudly on the Sword Coast west and north of the Desserin Valley. Everything on the map, by the way, for you guys that is exposed on purpose so that you have a picture of what's going on here. 50 years ago, the city was nearly destroyed by the eruption of Mount Hotenau. I don't know if that's how other people pronounce it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. Hotenau. Today, the city stands mostly rebuilt. It bustles with skilled tradespeople, intrepid adventurers, and hardy townsfolk. Leadership falls to Daggle Neverember, Lord Protector of the city, and the tip of the pyramid, as I'm saying it. So we're going to talk about this in a second, but the city lacks a formal militia, so he has basically requested, like I said, you guys to come investigate these disappearances. Do any of you have what I will call like a middleman? Would you say that Neverember summoned you directly, or contacted you directly, or would you say that there was some other means that, like, through the grapevine, you kind of got recruited?
I mean, I thought on
Pumpkin.
our session 0 we had talked about Vic.
Yeah.
Sorry, Odysseia. Like that, Odysseia was contacted first, and then she shout out things to Alaska and Pumpkin, and then Alaska and Pumpkin ripped in Kazan and Bast.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Okay. So, we start the adventure with you guys basically like on your first night of patrol in Neverwinter. This is an opportunity to, again, just overhead of we're starting an adventure at level 10. You should know shit, right? Open opportunity at the table right now to like gather information that you would have reasonably been able to gather before getting to this point. Anything at all that you guys want to know or try to surmise?
Who went missing?
Ooh. So far, just patrol people. So like no formal militia in the city, but you think of it like a neighborhood watch type of situation. Like people just kind of like volunteer to walk the streets at night and make sure ne'er-do-wells are not roaming around and doing bad stuff. It's random people from those watches that have been going missing so far.
Is there specific like time frame during the day? Like, have they tried to do 2 people on patrol and like 2 people go missing? Like, is it just they vanish, or there's things left after they disappear?
Question. So time of day is always like middle of the night that people seem to go missing, and that's what it's been pinpointed to. Excuse me. Your second question. Really, as far as anybody can tell, no evidence left behind. It's truly like we knew this person was supposed to be or volunteered, I guess, to be on watch on a particular night, and then as of the next day, nobody saw them. Not sure what happened to them.
What was the frequency of this? Was it like it was always during a certain time in the middle of the night, but was it like every single Tuesday this would happen? Was it every night? Was it once a month? What's the frequency of it?
It is seemingly random. Sometimes multiple days in a row somebody will go missing. Sometimes it's a week in between.
How
It's
long
all
has
over
this
the
been
place.
going on for?
Sorry, say again?
How long has this been going on for?
Months.
How many people are missing?
A lot.
Oh no.
About almost 20 people.
Is there a specific area of the city where these are happening, or have they just kind of been like spattered about in different locations?
I should have gotten a map of the city. Son of a gun. So Neverwinter, the city is pretty large and dense. There is, what's it called? There's a graveyard for basically higher class people, and in the south end of the city, and then kind of next to it, like adjunct to it, I guess, is another graveyard for what we would call lower class people. I can't think of a more eloquent way to say that.
It's kind of like one section is like your mausoleum-y section, and the rest of them are just like normal people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like families and high status people. Very much
Yeah.
a mausoleum. Thank you for that word, mausoleum situation, and like family grave plotting, with like individual buildings vis-a-vis mausoleum. And then another one is very much just like there's a plot with your name on a gravestone kind of situation.
And this is a culture that buries, not burns their dead.
Yes, it is. That's also a good, possibly relevant question. So all that being said, it is near the graveyards that people have been consistently going missing.
Like that.
Seems bad.
People have been going missing around graveyards. Has no one done any investigating into these graveyards?
So Lord Neverember has tried to hire other adventurers with particular skill, not quite as much as you guys, to look into this as well. They have also gone missing.
Shit.
Well, damn.
So it's just kind of like a collapsing thing where it's like, well, we sent these people to go find these people, but they went missing. But these guys went, so it's just stacking itself. How have we met with Neverember, or has this been like a here's your assignment, go do it through the mail situation?
So I'm gonna say with what you guys determined with your how did you actually get recruited here, I'm gonna say that Odyssia is the only person who's had any kind of direct contact with him.
In person or via letters?
In person.
did I do any sort of checks on him to make sure he wasn't
We can do that. Yeah.
not bad?
So
After reading so much history, it's like is he
Like
a
an
part of it?
insight check on this guy to be like, are you eating people?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead and insight check then. Yeah, that's good.
Hashtag are you eating people?
Just look, I don't know. People go missing. You have to do things with the
Totally.
bodies.
We have a bit for the first episode.
Oh,
guys.
that's a
God
good
damn!
Whoa!
What did I roll?
I forgot we started at level 10. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I still can't see what I
Ooh.
rolled.
It's a 29.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a
Is
29.
he eating people?
He is not eating
Pretty
people.
good.
Good to know.
So Odysseia, you have very good insight into Lord Neverember, and with this conversation that you had with him face to face, he is genuinely.
Mhm.
It's not even like you think he is. You know he is genuinely very confused about what's going on. So many people going missing is kind of freaking him out, and it's causing some unrest throughout the city. You know, the whole like fear-mongering thing going on.
Mhm.
The fact that there's no evidence of anything, be it foul play or like getting snatched up, what have you, like how people are going missing, there is no evidence. They can't determine anything, and that's half the problem they have. Is like we have nothing to go off of. And you are very confident he is not involved. He's genuinely just trying to figure out what's going on, and he's not part of it.
Just like trying to quell the unrest, figure out what's going on, deeply worried.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
One lead
So-
crossed off the list. Thank God.
So when we're saying no evidence, right? We
Mhm.
go to the space that these people were last seen, and there are no it just looks like they have vanished from where they were last standing. There are no footprints, there are no trails anywhere, there's no signs of like struggle anywhere, there's no nothing.
Yes. So to clarify part of that, tracking would be very difficult in this city because the roads and pathways are basically like stone
Right.
all the way around. It's a pretty nice and well kept city. So it's not like dirt roads or anything like that where you actually track footprints. So footprints are kind of basically out of the picture. But the rest of what you're assuming, yes, no like torn pieces of clothing, no blood spatter, anything like that. You know, to suggest that people are getting like knocked out and dragged away or anything like that. Literally no evidence.
And this is for individuals and also groups.
The only time there have been groups is when multiple people have been requested to investigate. So it just started with like individual citizens of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Then it became hired groups of people that Neverember actually doesn't know if they traveled in groups or if they kind of spread out and did their own thing.
Okay.
So he can't really say that for sure with that.
Okay. Thank you.
And then what were the original patrols for? Were those just like kind of a neighborhood watch situation where it's just like people were going about their neighborhoods and then it just started happening?
Yes.
There wasn't like anything that was being investigated before.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's split up, gang. I'm not, no,
Mm.
never.
Very first thing in a brand new campaign. Let's split
And the party
First.
splits.
Good, I was hoping to play with my backup character.
Goodness.
Yeah, do we want to go and check out these graveyards?
Are we going to run all of us meeting together, or are we going to jump straight into adventure? I guess
Let's hop into you guys together on the evening of your first assigned watch, talking with each other about what you want to do.
Right away, when we get there, Kazan would begin ritual casting Detect Magic.
Ooh.
Let me make sure that's what I can do, right? Oh, do I not have? Never mind, I only have Dispel Magic, because Clockwork Soul Magic is weird. Never mind, I will not be doing that.
Okay.
I guess another pre-question. I'll let you go first.
Is there any correlation with the disappearances and a recent burial?
A recent burial?
Is
Yeah.
a
Graveyard.
body buried and there's a funeral, and then within a specific time frame, is there a disappearance, and is that a repeated occurrence throughout the disappearances?
Good questions. No.
Okay, cool. Just thought I'd ask.
There's two different graveyards, if you will. Does it feel as though there is like more people disappearing around one area, or are you just describing that there happens to be two graveyards?
There happens to be two graveyards, and generally in that vicinity is where people have been going missing from.
Nothing like a haunted graveyard, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my dears, if we all stay close together, it should be best, as we will be better off staying in a group, or at least staying close enough to me. We won't be surprised that way. Just stay within 30 feet. That's all I'm saying.
Can I just out of game quickly ask, how tall is everyone?
3, 2.
Boss is short. She's a tiny girl. So she's probably about 3 feet as well. Yeah.
Pumpkin is 4'8".
Hell yeah.
Kazan is 6'5".
Yeah.
Odithia is 6'6".
Yes.
Go.
We
Yep.
have
Amazing.
Giants and a
this.
bunch of little
Yep.
things.
Yep. And I
Cat,
love that.
a bird, a gnome, and 2 talls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that if you stack the cat on top of Alaska, she like only then do we hit Kazan.
Excellent.
Just wanted to
Oh,
visually in my head.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
gonna be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
tinies
Okay.
and the talls.
That's our party name, guys. We got it. Session 1.
He's in the talls.
Oh,
Yeah, so Bost has her trident out, just sort of using it as almost a walking stick at this point. But
How much
Yeah.
taller than you is the trident?
a good foot,
Okay, that's not bad.
you know.
It's a gardening fork, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's rich.
yeah.
Oh man.
But it's not too heavy for me.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh, I need to, while you're talking, I need to look up that trident again.
Ooh.
the
pretty-
trident of warning.
Yes.
Pretty dippity dope trident.
Of what?
Trident of warning.
Oh, is it chatty?
No.
Okay.
There's an
it
eagle nearby.
It doesn't talk to us. Do you want me to tell you what it does, Juice?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I know it's advantage on initiative, but the other parts.
This weapon warns you of danger. While the weapon is in your presence, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if you are sleeping naturally when combat begins.
Okay. Sweet. Continue.
I have one final getting into a question.
Yeah.
Do we have the patrol routes? Are there patrol routes, and do we have them?
There are not set routes. Lord Neverwinter has basically left it to you to plan how you choose. He would have given you a layout of the city though, and like pointed out on a map where things have been happening for the most part, at least as far as they can tell.
But his neighborhood watch is not well organized.
No, it's not.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Okay.
I mean, really, what do we have to go on? I feel like it would be simpler just to walk out into an alley and start shouting, "Oh no, I'm all by myself. I sure hope something doesn't come and abduct me."
You gonna try and do that damsel routine again?
I mean, if you'd like, I could try.
Let's do a wander first, and then we'll see if the damsel thing is required. I feel like we'll probably, because they've not taken damsels, they've taken wander guys, and so if we're just walking around, I feel like we're probably more likely to get snatched at.
Let's hit the graveyard.
We start walking through the graveyard.
Okay.
Come, pumpkin.
All right.
Just gonna
So,
nod and follow along.
all right. So we're checking out the graveyard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are we starting low class or high class?
Oh, what section of the graveyard? Oh, let's go low into high.
Okay.
I feel like there's probably gonna be creepier stuff in the high class one because there's like more money there. So like
There's-
obviously something creepy's happening in the high class section.
It's got them
There's-
dead people houses.
There's
Dead
probably
people
like
houses.
there's probably like more preservation going on, so it like looks weirder. Like it. I
No,
doubt it's
the
like-
old person, the poor people graveyard is just the grassy plain, and then in front of each stone, there's the divot in the ground as the dirt settles onto the body, like in those
Yep.
in like weird old graveyards.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay,
Sure.
so perception check for everyone, unless you're looking for anything specific while you're on patrol.
Alaska's gonna pop up just like tap herself on the chest and go detect good and evil while we're wandering.
Okay.
Boop.
My perception. Oh no.
Are we doing perception check or passive perception?
Perception check.
Good, because
Oh,
my perception check's way better than my passive.
28.
Passive
yeah.
is glorious.
Damn.
Cleric perception goes crazy.
I like that we have half of the
13.
team like is able to perceive things and also has taken at least one level in Bard. And then the two people that are like the charisma casters are like, we're just happy to be here.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right?
Just full
This is my
Marshawn.
community service.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Marshawn Lynch is a Kenku.
cousin, baby.
Okay, so you cast
You
detect
negative
evil
one.
and good.
Mm-hmm.
Perception checks are 1 is great.
Sick.
Okay. Odysseia,
Yes.
as you go through the graveyards, they seem in very good order. The person or people who are in charge of groundskeeping, is there a word for this? Groundskeeping for a graveyard?
Groundskeeping.
The
That's
Yeah.
groundskeeper.
You're
That-
the
that's what it is. Okay.
like groundskeeper
Yeah.
Willie.
I did a word. Anyway.
If it's the rich people, it's probably a crypt keeper because they're crypts. But since we're
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
Anywho, point being, 6 ADHD brains get together and talk about words.
5.5, thank you.
5.5. Okay.
Jury's still out.
We're gonna get
Jury's still out.
Mhm.
All right, fine. At least 3. We're gonna go with that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh hell. Okay. I forgot what I already said, so I'm just gonna start over.
Very well kept.
Oh,
Very
this,
well
yeah.
kept.
We are
Doing a
great
job real good.
landscaping.
Everything is in very good order. Obviously whoever's in charge of their job is doing well. With all this stuff, nothing seems out of place. Not a gravestone turned sideways. Not footprints in any weird spaces. Like you can see some imprints of where like people would stand at it or sit or kneel at a grave to like pray or like have a moment of visiting, that sort of thing, but nothing out of place edgewise. Everything seems pristine.
Interesting. Do we know who works here?
Ooh, that's a good question. No, you don't.
Okay.
You could have had the opportunity to surmise that if you wanted to. Again, going off of the sorry we plopped you in, if you think of
Yeah.
things you would like to have known ahead of time.
I mean, I assume it's like there's just background of like we've talked to the guy
Never
Neverember.
Neverember.
Yes.
Neverember of Neverwinter, and he seems like he is very worried, and I assume we would have like gone and interviewed people in the areas where people had gone missing, so like the people the grave diggers, the groundskeepers, the crypt keepers,
Sure.
and been like, so have you any vibes? And they've all seemed the same as Mr. Neverember. I can't talk.
Yes, Mr. Remember Number. Yeah, I do
Mr.
remember that
Neverember.
gentleman.
let's do an insight check for that overall.
Overall on the
Sure.
folks.
My favorite article.
28. Man, we're just
Man.
slinging
Wow,
out
rolling
here.
so good.
I'm
This
sorry.
is cool.
I have a plus 12. She's good
I
at
know.
Yup.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
No, you're
That's the
totally-
game.
Yeah.
The
That's the
dice
game.
the dice giveth, the dice will taketh away.
Yes,
So
they're gonna
they
promise you.
will.
They're gonna
Yeah.
hurt me later. I can-
The dice
Yep.
will puncheth you in the faces.
One of these hot groundskeepers is absolutely gonna clock me in the face.
Okay, so asking people in the city, say again, like interviewing people.
Like the staff around the graveyards, like who is the energy is these people can tell that things within the graveyards, the place where people are going missing, nothing untoward is happening. And
Yeah.
also they haven't noticed anything about what's been going on. They're just like, we are doing our jobs and we're real good at it.
Yep. Okay, so they're doing their jobs and they're real good at it. It's very consistent and seemingly easy work for them. They legitimately have not noticed anything. It's a frustratingly cold trail. They have no helpful information to share with you because they can't. They find out about somebody going missing the day after they go missing, basically.
The municipal funding of this city is wild. Okay, thank you.
And nothing's pinging on my detected or evil. Technically, it's detect evil or good, but
I forgot
it's
about
still,
that.
Yeah.
It's loaded with undead. They're all
n-
pretending.
Yeah, nothing has
I
been
mean-
pinging your radar there. 30 feet, right?
Nothing. It's 30 feet. I'm just kind of like in our general lapse. It notices an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, or if there is a place or object within 30 feet that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Whoa, say that again?
Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta
Damn.
read the whole spell,
Okay.
babe.
Yeah.
Except,
Yeah, I
and here's
missed
where
that.
here's where it might get tricky is that the barrier is 3 feet of water. One of the barriers is 3 feet of water dirt, and human things are usually buried 6 feet down.
Yep.
So I could have totally boned to this, but it's worth a shot.
Yep. So there are a handful of basically random plots that you can tell are consecrated. But they're do a Arcana check.
I clicked it. I don't have anything to fix that, do I? I don't.
Fix that.
What is my thing?
Oh
I
my
think it's
goodness.
the saves is what I
I
give
could-
everybody.
I
Hold
I
on.
can.
could probably give you something.
I mean, yeah, if hey,
Huh? Yeah?
you know, you seem like a pretty intelligent person. I
Wait,
think
thank you. I am.
I know I've just met you, but I've got a good feeling about you. How about some inspiration?
Yeah, all right. What?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
just get some good vibes, baby.
All right.
And you get a D6.
And Odyssea is going to do something that, as Odyssea and Alaska have known each other a couple of times, where she goes, and then very lightly picks Alaska up to be like as a homing and casts guidance. So you also get a D4.
I like
like,
this the picking up of the like.
It's like a cell phone in range
Sure,
type
sure.
situation.
That's incredible.
Can you hear me
It's
now?
like, can you hear me?
Now?
It's
And a
like,
D4?
"That's good."
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's better. 16.
All right, we hoisted it up to a 16.
Yeah. Literally, Odysseus hoisted it up.
Oh, man. Okay, so some consecrated plots, but it feels to you like it's not really I'm gonna say professional. The magic feels more amateurish and therefore probably like it's a kind of a mixture of between Arcana and Insight to determine this, but I went with Arcana. It just kind of feels like some people like did a pray and then
Sure.
moved on, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The gods are receptive.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Nothing feels as untoward as I feel like we want it to feel.
Somebody roll me a D8, please.
Who hasn't rolled anything yet? I guess we all rolled.
Yeah.
I have one right here.
Yeah, do it.
This one's this one's
How do
the
you?
8.
Good job.
You can do it.
That's a 6.
6?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Duly noted. Please continue.
Oh, what?
That sucks.
That sucks.
I'm putting in my notes ominous D8 roll.
Vic, I promise you, if you try to get in my head, it's
Oh,
gonna be a
it
wild
won't
ride.
work. There's
Yeah.
nothing. You think I'll remember anything?
Why you gotta be like that, bro?
Bro,
Oh.
because it's part of the fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay,
guess
so
we
we're investigating. We're in the graveyards.
yeah.
Looking around.
Any other ideas?
What if we got really into it and just
Mhm.
started like talking a little bit too loud and we're like, yeah, we'll make sure that we get whoever's taking these people, but like just loud enough for them to hear if they're in the shadows.
Well, sure hope I don't get taken. like that.
Yeah, it would really suck if us patrollers were abducted in the middle of the night like the others.
All right. Bit committed. I love it.
Yeah. Just
Also, I'm so sorry. I feel like I've been very rude. Does anybody need a light? And I'll like hold up my hand and like make light come out of it.
Nice.
Oh, I'm fine, darling. Cat and all.
Yeah, yeah. These eyes see for days. You know that.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for a second, see if there's any like commotion or movement that goes on. Like,
Yeah, funny you should say commotion.
Oh no.
You're, you've established you are in the graveyards, kind of walking around them, walking around through them. In the streets on the I'm gonna say the northern perimeter of the graveyard, kind of one of the main throughways through the city, you are going to hear a blood curdling scream from a woman.
Oh.
How far away does it seem like she is?
Several hundred feet.
mm,
Oh shit.
Let's go.
time to skedaddle. But
Yeah,
close.
Alaska starts running in that direction.
Yeah.
You're
You're you're
But
oh my god.
that's been like my thing for a bit. I can't stop doing it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I do that. I do that too. Okay.
I make sure I'm at the end of the group to make sure everybody's like going.
Just mom corralling everyone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
yes.
Mm.
Okay.
that's-
To make sure that everyone else has gotten through, and I've got eyes on everyone.
Okay.
Nice.
Everybody make an athletics check. Actually, this is
Sick.
interesting. Yes.
Oh no.
I'm
How
not too
quickly
bad.
do you make it to the area you assume is where the scream came from?
I got a 7.
Okay.
Just go to
We got
indoors.
3 runners, and my legs is
Damn it.
tiny, baby.
With a
Yeah.
+3 too. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, I try to keep eyes on everybody, I guess.
Do you prefer full Bastet or is Bost okay?
Bost is fine as long as you know me. I will introduce myself as Bostet to anyone new, but
Okay.
Bost is
Over
Bost
the
is
table,
good.
me
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, yeah,
Bost is
I'm
okay.
fine,
Okay.
Bost, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Bost makes it first to an intersection where the street by the graveyards meets another street going north south. Again, 2 very main veins through this city, and you do not see a person that would have like a woman that would have uttered that scream. Instead, in the middle of this intersection, you find a human man, just hunched over on the ground with blood pouring out of him.
Oh god.
Oh no, this is a horror game.
Cool.
Yep.
I mean,
Uh, I've got my trident out, and I say, sir, did you attack someone, or did someone attack you?
He is unconscious.
Well, shit.
When does? Yeah, I was like, yeah. When do the rest of us get there?
About the same time. This was just a matter of like who got there first.
Sure.
So yeah, you're all seeing this just kind of like a stride or 3 behind.
Then Alaska's gonna pop up and like lay on hands for just 5 hit points to just pop him back up.
that's nice.
Nice.
Take that down.
You find that your spell is ineffective,
Oh, he's dead.
which will be surprising to Alaska because it is clear that this is a kill that just happened.
Oof.
Hold up. So he is dead.
Yeah, he's like revivify dead. Unless
I
he's
think-
past revivify dead and he's like more than an hour, more than a minute. How long do you get revivify?
Hang on, I have it right here. It is the last minute.
Okay.
I think Odysseus, who's a little behind, skids up, looks at you guys. I'm thinking Speaker's dead, but should I bring this man back to life?
I mean, I think Alaska would be like, I think we got a dead one. And then
Alaska would know lay on hands normally should work for
Right.
somebody who's been deaded. Like
Is there-
should be
is there,
okay, but
like-
it didn't.
sure, in a brief, like, over, like, looking at this person, does it look like fresh dead or does it look like not fresh dead?
Oh, very fresh dead. Like the blood is still
Sure.
pooling. Yeah.
Does Alaska feel that the healing is being repulsed?
Arcana check.
On me?
I'm doing
Well, we know what the answer to this is going to be.
Just not
15's
that
not
bad.
bad.
Yes.
Oh.
What level is Revivify? I want to see if I have it. Oh, I do.
It's
3.
I just didn't prep it because I was like, someone else will do it.
Can Alaska, did you tell us that the healing is being repulsed?
I think the first thing she would do is just tap lay on hands because she can, and that having not worked would be, hey, we got a dead one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I would probably something like, yeah, that usually works, and I'm not sure why it's not. He seems to be like, if we do something, we got to do it fast.
What's everybody's passive perception?
9.
9.
18.
19.
Okay, I heard it 18, 19, and 22?
22.
Okay,
Monster.
those three,
Jesus.
Nice.
you three are
Sorry, you
going
guys don't know
to
things.
hear, but not quite hear. Feel, but kind of hear, like tickling in the back of your head, chanting. As if a dozen people are reciting a ritual. Extremely faintly.
Okay. I think Odysseus is gonna go, this seems bad, this seems bad, this seems really, really bad.
What's going on?
You ever been to a mass, but like a bad one?
Many.
Imagine that.
I've seen many.
Can you
Ew.
tell where the mass is coming from?
Can we
Are
tell?
we doing anything about this gentleman?
Do we bring this man back to life?
I unfortunately can't revivify him today because I was not planning on that in myself. So, but I do have the means to make it happen should we need it.
Can Odysseus make an Arcana check to see if Revivify would even work on this man?
That's a good call.
There's chanting.
She
Healing
can
has been
try.
Should she just try the spell, or should she be like, do I know if this can work?
Okay.
There-
You did see Alaska try to do a heal,
Mhm.
which you know should work on
Right.
a person who just got knocked unconscious / killed. And that didn't work. So Odysseus would at least have some sort of inkling that this is off, something about this is not within the usual order of things.
Mhm.
Using a spell would be possibly a risk, but you couldn't really tell for sure.
So just to be more specific about this person's condition, they're actively dying, or are they full dead at this moment? Because
think they
I
l-
feel like it's very important to make that distinction based.
Yeah.
I think they look like they're actively dying, but currently it feels like they're dead because the healing didn't work.
They are
Which-
dead.
Okay.
The description of the blood pooling is just to hammer it home that this just happened.
Got it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Odysseus is gonna look around, look at the blood, try not to kneel in it, and put her hand on this body and be like, oh god, I hope this works. and she is going to revivify and burn a diamond on this guy.
Okay. So you take out this diamond,
Yep.
do an incantation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spell you know well and are well versed with, so it's pretty easy pickings for you.
Yep.
The diamond turns to dust, and the second it's gone, you hear this chanting like dialed up to 11 instantly, and only you hear this.
Okay.
Okay.
That was gonna be my question.
What languages do you speak?
I speak Celestial, Common, Elvish, Primordial, which is a broad of a lot of the like Ori and a whole bunch of others, and
Mhm.
Sylvan.
Okay. This chanting is in a language you do not understand.
As a giant fucking nerd who also has comprehend languages, is there a way I can quick pivot to figure it out?
Make a wait.
Do you also
Make
have
a
tongues? Because-
Constitution save.
Oh, she's within
no.
3. If she's within 10 feet of me, which I'm also right on top of this guy, you add a +3 to that because of my aura.
That's
Hell
very
yeah.
sexy,
Yeah.
and I like
This
that a
this
lot.
is basically going to be like a, do you have the wherewithal to think of that quickly enough to react?
Okay, cool. Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
And then add 3.
Hell
Hell yeah, babe.
21.
21. All right. Comprehend languages. It's in abyssal.
Languages.
Ooh, oh, is that one of the ones I picked?
So this chanting is in abyssal, and to be honest, I was not ready for that, so I'm gonna have to get you the exact phrasing probably next
yeah.
or after today.
Okay.
But it is a chanting that is it's in general talking about pulling the life essence from someone, and pulling their knowledge out of them, like the literal word knowledge. And now I lose my words.
They pulled the knowledge.
And giving it somewhere else. Taking knowledge and life essence from a person and giving it somewhere else. And so again, this is all like nearly instantaneous. The diamond turns to dust because you cast the spell. You hear this chanting, you go comprehend languages because I don't understand that. You hear this abyssal chanting. Then the body, the mouth of the body opens up, and you can hear almost like an exhaling, like a gasp for air. And from the mouth down to the feet, it slowly turns to dust and disappears in the breeze.
Yo.
Does the blood also turn to dust?
Yes.
And there's no woman.
This was a human man. And it is fair for me to say that the clothing is left behind. And from like compressing down into the flat ground, instead of being on the body, you can see a small piece of paper hanging out of a pocket on this guy's robe.
Grab it.
Grab it. Last bit.
Okay. Who grabs it? That's not a leading question. It's legitimately who grabs it.
Alaska's a grabber. She reads.
Okay. You grab the piece of paper. You see with it is accompanying it is a like a golf ball sized wooden ball, and the paper has a phrase on it in quotation marks: "Hail the Undying."
Oh.
I don't like those implications.
Mm-mm. Do I like sense anything in this wooden ball? Does it remind me of anything? Is it magical?
You have to detect evil and good going, right?
Yeah. Oh, it only goes for 10 minutes. So has this all happened in the 10 minutes, or would that have?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, cool, great.
Yeah. Nothing.
If not, I
nothing
have
pinging
like
for that.
every check. Okay, great. Because otherwise, I could make like any check in the world for it. I'm very high history
oh.
checks for magical items.
Yes. You should be able to. Go ahead and Arcana check.
Oh!
Damn.
Hit those items.
Bitch, yes.
So this isn't on the level of like casting Identify or anything like that,
Sure.
or Detect Magic, but you're getting a really good vibe that this is a magical item of some sort, but it looks very plain. Like it's not anything you would recognize, and it's really just a I'm gonna say woman's intuition. It's a magical item.
It's not even one's intuition. Like, Alaska knows stuff.
True.
She is an archaeologist. She is a gnome. She knows how to make things. She knows how things are made. She knows who made them. She knows that this isn't just like for funsies. Like, bitch knows what this is.
She's a professional.
I'm a professional. I'm a ballerina. Sorry, wrong show.
Graceful.
Delicate. They had to go. Anyway. This, I don't know why this is a problem, but this is going to be a problem. Holding up the wooden ball.
Okay. In the note, is Undying capitalized as if Undying is like, that's a entity?
I mean, I wrote it that way.
Yes. Everybody's passive insight.
Also, 13.
Also 9.
13, 9, 18. Damn.
Mhm.
22.
I can finally see when things are happening. Thank God. The revelation.
Okay, Pumpkin and Odysseia. Seeing this, you pinpoint the quotation marks. It seems obvious to the two of you that this is like a command phrase.
What was the phrase again?
Hail the
Hail the
Undying.
Undying.
Creepy.
We have the identity spell.
No, I do not.
No, but I do have a +10 on history checks for magical items. What is it? History check related to magical items, alchemical objects, and technological devices.
That will be helpful when you know what the item is.
Um,
Oh, I think I might have something else. Hold on.
Does it feel like you can attune to it?
so it's a wooden ball with a paper wrapped around it or like attached to it?
Yeah.
No, the paper was separate. But
Okay.
they were like when was it Alaska pulled the
Yeah.
paper out of the pocket, the ball was there with it.
We're all clustering around Alaska, who's holding these spooky things.
Mhm.
And I think Odysseia is gonna just reach down and kind of like poke it, like, I don't love this, and cast the Identify spell to
Nice.
figure out what is happening.
This is the identity.
Okay. This is an orb that is in a way both a map and a key. Using the key phrase "Hail the Undying," the orb will point you toward a door.
Okay.
A specific door. Casting Identify doesn't tell you what door it is, but it will point you to it's not gonna like there's a door there, there's a door there. It is a specific door that it's going to point you to, and it is the same way to get into the place that that door leads to.
Fascinating.
It's a map and a key.
Yes.
Well, that's one more lead than we had when we started. So.
Do we use it?
So I learn its properties and how to use it with the identify spell.
Mhm.
So does that tell me how to utilize this as a map?
Yes. The wording on this is a little awkward. It's
Sure.
I shouldn't say a map. It is a
Okay.
it's going to point you to where this door is, and then it is
Okay.
also the key to get into it.
It's like Jack Sparrow's magic compass.
Yes.
As a question, how does an orb point?
Magic.
You will have
Has a little
to
hand that comes out.
you would
Is
have to
that-
see.
Little finger guns.
Do you have to say? Do you get the impression that you have to say "Hail the Undying" to turn it on?
I feel like that's a bad phrase and we probably shouldn't.
I mean, I'll do it.
Energy of that is deeply bad.
Don't say Voldemort.
I'm very gladly.
Fuck, you just said it.
No! I'll fight an archmage now. Got it.
Yep.
If you would rather not, I have no issue with speaking the phrase. I'll hold out my hand for the orb.
I'm not holding it. I just poked it.
Yeah,
oh, it's
I'll
still
hand
on
it
the
over.
ground.
No, I think Alaska had it.
has it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I
Yeah.
thought. I thought that Alaska was holding. Okay.
I mean, Bastet, Pumpkin, you wanna touch this thing, or do we wanna? Either you guys wanna say some stuff about the Undying, or do we wanna just pass it over? You good? You interested?
You all seem very casual about dealing with magical objects. I find it fascinating.
I mean, my whole bag is dealing with magical items. My bag is a magical item. In fact, it's
I'm
full
a
of things that could or could not be magical. It's kind of my bag. So
I'm a very magical item myself.
Pumpkin, what did you drag me into?
She'll just kind of look up at you, say, "Oh no, don't fret. Your worry is not welcome here."
Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. All right, well, let's go. Do whatever you all are feeling is right. I'll go along. I'm just here for the money.
So yeah, I'll firmly grasp the ball, and then
Phrasing.
and I'll say I'll say hail the undying.
Okay. Vic, were you gonna say something as well?
No, I was just gonna make a comment on grasp the balls.
Okay.
yeah, we were all just our mind was in the same gutter together.
I
That's
thought
all.
it was
Yeah.
gonna say something, but it was removed by the grasping.
There you go.
Mm.
Yeah, so, we're fine.
Okay, so Kazan says it's Kazan, right? Kazan. Says this phrase, and the orb just kind of like floats up about 2 inches above his open palm and emits a cone of light to your west.
Oh, I've played Shadow of the Colossus before. This way.
Very Google Maps on Street View.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Alaska's gonna elbow Odysseus and go, "That's how a ball points."
You know, every day you learn something new, and that's beautiful. Except it is night. Should we go to the other graveyard? I feel like finding a dead man who falls to sand and ruin is kind of the answer we were looking for.
So no, would be we follow the ball instead of go to the other graveyard, is what you're saying?
Well, I'm more wondering, do we go to bed and then follow the ball, if you will, in the morning? Because it is
I mean,
night.
Right, but we have the ball now, and does Alaska know that you guys have all heard chanting? Because Kazan and Alaska did not hear it.
Yeah, we did not hear it.
I think Odysseus mentioned that spooky boys were saying a lot.
Yeah, I feel like, well, if the spooky boys are saying spooky things now, we should probably catch them as soon as we can.
Alrighty.
Because he just dissolved, and he just bled out to death into dissolvedness.
Here's a question for you, Magic, which is, you said that as he dissolved and turned to sand, his robes remained. That is different than what has happened to the other people, or were their clothing also left?
This would be the first time that any evidence has been left. The clothing is new.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe this is how they do it. Maybe they lure the patrols in, and then they just like send someone up to clean up the clothes later. Like this might be an act.
Well, if we're planning on following this orb, we may want to leave Neverember a note letting him know, hey, this is what we saw. This is how your people are, vanishing. And bang, bang, boom, we've solved the mystery. Yes, no? Haven't we solved the mystery? This is how they're vanishing.
Right, but we should probably also find the people that have been doing the vanishing.
I mean, yes, I suppose. But, we've got part of it.
I think Mistress Bastet is correct that we should likely, just in case on the off chance that we are all horribly murdered or dusted, that the next people will know that that's an option for them.
They've just got the clue, at least.
Is there a post box nearby?
Sure.
Great.
Or are we near Neverember's house? Can we just slip
Probably
a
not.
note?
Oh,
Can we
that's a good
slip
question.
a note under his door? Hey, we
how
heard a
funny.
lady scream and then we saw a guy turn to dust.
How funny that
one.
this murder occurred right outside of his
We're
home.
on the case.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just in the condo complex right up the street.
Yeah.
They
He's
have
the
an
head of the
HOA.
city.
They have a gate. They're not going to let us in. We
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
a code.
This is
No.
not the size of Red Larch, right?
So,
We can just-
oh no, this is much larger.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me
Um,
being facetious. I
Oh,
Feces, that's gross. Terrible joke. Okay.
Wow.
King of terrible jokes coming at you. Okay, so you are where you are. And that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, where you are at the graveyards is a good quarter mile from the castle, which is where Neverember would be.
the quarter
And is
mile
that
would be
pointing
rough.
in a general direction, in the general same direction, or the absolute opposite direction of where the orb is pointing at?
Orb is pointing west. The castle is almost straight north of you. Logan, you were saying something as well?
A quarter of a mile is about 500 feet, right?
Yeah.
Quarter of a mile is about 1,000 feet.
Yeah, like
A mile
1,200
is
feet.
Oh, right.
80.
Never mind.
So, yeah, quarter of a
I
mile
thought
is
a
going to be like
quarter-
12.
I don't know. I thought a mile was like 2,000 feet. My bad. Never mind. I was gonna say all dimension door, but that's way too far. Never mind.
As a question, do we have like all of our stuff with us right now? Because like, okay,
I
cool.
mean, I do. Yeah.
Well, Vanya's here too, the horse, with all my shit. He's on
Excellent.
he's on an adventure.
Vanya.
Vanya. He's a big boy and I love him a lot.
Let's pause here, guys. We should take a quick break, and then we will continue our noodling in just a minute.
Yee.
I'm winging it, guys.
Great.
We're in. Hey, welcome back.
And we're back.
I almost said this is Tenements of the Great Rift. It's not.
It is not.
Nope.
We're
not.
back with Lines in the Lies.
You motherfucker.
Spooky. It's been a spooky time right now. Okay, so we're just gonna hop right back into it. You guys have this magical orb with a creepy passphrase that is now pointing you a direction. And the dusted guy is gone, except for his robes. What do you want to do?
Is there anything about the robes that might like suggest either did he know this was going to happen? Was this like a cult situation, or was he just like some fucking guy?
Make a perception check, please.
Oh boy. 10.
10.
Yeah.
Is a very plain black robe. Doesn't really
Cool.
seem to be like out of place in any way, and it does not have any sort of insignia or embroidery or anything that would tell you anything more than that.
Great. But wait, the ball was on him though.
It was in his pocket, yeah.
Damn, his robe's got pockets?
Damn, jealous.
The robe of pockets.
The dream.
Common magical item. The robe of pockets.
The robe of pockets.
It's
It's
given
like what-
automatically to any men characters, and the women characters have to buy it special.
Yeah. Well,
It's
there is a like a homebrewed magical item called the dress with pockets, which like where the pockets are essentially like bags of holding. But if someone says, "Oh, I like your dress," and you don't say things that has pockets, then like all of the things come out of it.
I mean,
That's really funny.
we're
My
not
favorite
saying
thing.
Funny.
that. Okay.
Anywho,
Yes.
Are we gonna send a message to Neverember, or are we doing this tomorrow morning? Because I feel like we should, follow the lead that is like really in front of us right now.
Yeah.
I think that we should loop up and drop off a note, and then we can follow the spooky orb and perhaps figure it out.
It's only taking us a little bit out of our way, and since we're going directly to him, we can also take the robes, and that'll be the first bit of evidence that they have. And so we can give them the note, we can give them the robes, we can let them know, hey, we're following this thing, and go about our evening.
That seems reasonable to me.
Sure, let's do that quickly.
Go.
I kind of like try to figure out how to get the orb to stop shining the bright light to the west.
you
that
would
is-
know that the passphrase that turns it on also turns it off.
It
Mm.
also turns. Okay.
Yes.
Hail the
So-
Undying.
When you say "Hail the Undying" again,
Oh shit.
all of you hear this whisper. Oh, "Hail the Undying."
Oh, hate that.
Ugh.
That's spooky.
Mm. And that was in common?
Yes,
Ugh.
And only when turning it off, not when turning it on.
correct.
Is there any way, like an Arcana check or something, to be like, in activating and deactivating this orb, that someone is now aware that someone is utilizing it?
Mm.
You cast Identify on it. You would know if that was the case. That is not the case.
Thank you.
So I know you said we heard it like from within our head, right? But
This was like an actual, like somebody was right next to you, like you actually heard a whisper. This was not a like
Sure.
in your mind thing.
great. Did it have a directionality, or was it just as though someone was whispering like directly in our ear?
It was like a breeze
each of
passing
us.
by.
Copy.
Yeah. No specific direction. It was just like here and then gone.
Great.
Okay. To the Lord's house.
Yes, quickly.
Quickly. At speed.
Coconut, 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 coconut.
Okay, so did we land on? Sorry if I missed it. Did we land on trying to drop a note off at the castle first, or are you going straight to the where the orb is pointing?
Dropping off a note.
And
Okay.
the clothes.
Yes.
And the clothes. Okay, noted. Then you go where?
To his house.
Then we-
Yep.
To
then we-
Never Ember's house.
And then follow Orb.
Yes.
And then follow
Right.
the-
Sorry.
First drop off. First
after
drop off stuff,
dropping
then
off-
follow orb. Yeah.
Okay, so following orb, are you going based off memory, or are we activating it again?
I'll
Put it back on.
reactivate it and hold it back up.
Okay. You say the phrase again. The whisper does not happen. The orb is now pointing to your southwest,
Sure.
Correct.
matching the direction it was pointing before, relative
Right.
to where you are now. You're just following it.
Have we dropped off our information to the Lord?
You'd be able to drop it off. Yes, you know that I shouldn't have skipped over this. There is like your standard night patrol at the castle gate, but you know that Neverember would be sleeping.
Lay about. Cool.
I think Bastet is going to put all of the information and the clothing into a package,
That's a good call.
Okay.
right? Like she's going to put it all into something to give to him, like an evidence like
Okay.
container,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So that it's not just like, hey, here's a
Right.
robe and here's a note, cool go.
Yeah.
And then I think I would also kind of like tap a guard on the shoulder as we're passing by. And I would say to him, just so you know, so that no one thinks we're crazy when we show up in the morning. And if this is gone, there'll be a package up for the for Lord Neverember. It'll have a robe and a note attached to it. And as you can see, here we are packaging it and bringing it up. And I just want you to know that that is what we're doing, and that we have stuff, or we have information on the missing people so far.
You sent this as a message?
No, I would like tap a patrolling guard on the shoulder and talk
Oh.
to them face to face and be like, hey,
Got it.
this is what's going on.
Oh, I was hoping that one of them could like at least put it inside the house.
I would assume that like there was
Yeah.
a steward who was awoken when the very expensive mercenaries had arrived, that he would be like, I'm like the PA of the Lord, and we'd be like, here's all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's up to you. Would you like to wake him, or do you want to like leave the message with the guard and trust them to get that to him when he wakes?
I don't want
How
to
do you
wake up
wanna
Never Ember,
Okay.
but
Right,
I
would
want to
agree.
wake up someone who can put this shit inside the house.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
it's-
guard
like
would
it's-
absolutely be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
But yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Follow the orb.
Off we go.
To the southwest.
Okay. Perception checks, everybody.
Here we go.
Hell yeah.
30.
Did mine go through? No. Okay. Here we go again.
I mean, she's pretty short.
22.
That's why she's not seeing anything. It's a lot of
Damn.
feet, a lot of knees.
Mhm.
You can't give that excuse. Boss is 2 inches
like,
shorter.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. I just. Excuse me.
I
Nice.
assume Boston is already on my horse, being like, looking out.
It is eerily quiet and uneventful going following this orb. I don't know what predispositions any of you might have had about seeing people around or trying to find seeing anybody like sneaking about, anything like that. But you find no one and nothing. But this orb will now get you to a like a cellar style door in the ground behind like tucked in behind a couple of businesses.
Okay.
Pull on the door.
Okay, the door is locked.
Does the ball unlock it?
The orb is.
How do you try to use the ball to unlock it?
Did Identify tell me how to use it as a key?
Yeah, you just have to say the passphrase again.
Okay.
Hail the Undying.
I really just wanted someone to say, I hold up the orb to the door and like live that experience with you all.
I hold my ball to the door and
Damn it.
Oh,
say,
man.
I mushroom
"Hail the
stamp the
Undying."
door.
Yeah.
Squat. Full squat and say it.
Oh man.
Drag my ball along the door.
God damn it.
You gotta keep going, y'all. Oh no.
Okay, so the door opens. You say the passphrase and the door opens on its own with a creak to an upright position, leading into a tunnel with a small amount of light leaking through. Who has dark vision? I need to fix this.
I think
Boom.
everybody.
Bastet.
No.
Bastet, Alaska, and Odysseia have.
Odysseia. Okay.
And then Kazan also.
And Kazan, so only not Pumpkin.
Oh no, pumpkin.
Okay.
We'll get that fixed for you, babe.
Night vision.
I can-
Yes. I'm assuming 60 feet.
Yes.
You're-
Yeah.
Boss.
Pumpkin.
Odysseia, not pumpkin. Okay.
Mhm.
Not pumpkin.
Pumpkin, do you win?
Also, in general, Alaska should have a 10-foot radius around her so that we can pop up all the auras that she constantly just has.
Sick.
Wild.
Okay.
Yeah. Paladins, baby.
So small.
Basically, if you were, I know, if you're within 10 feet of Alaska, you get wrong one. +3 on saving throws. You
Damn.
cannot be frightened and have resistance from to damage from spells.
Holy
Nice.
good
Yeah.
God.
Makes
Yeah.
me feel safe.
Paladins, baby.
Silly question, but are we all going in?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I'm gonna need
Oh,
a
I
marching
couldn't-
order.
Scooby Doo.
I probably would have started to head in first just because I had the orb and it would have opened.
Okay.
Bastet is at the back.
Alaska will go second next to Kaz.
I guess Odysseia will be next. Tall, short, tall.
Yeah.
Pumpkin's just gonna like hold on the hands of Boss and Odysseia, just like
Yes.
We did exactly the chain of how we know each other.
There you
Yes.
go.
Oh my god, we did.
it's great actually.
Pumpkin, would you like me to light up one of your items so that you can see down here?
Well, yes, of course, darling.
I'll reach out. I'll
So
reach out my hand for whatever you would like me to cast light on.
Oh, okay. She's got a
Oops.
staff with like a little. I think there's like a little crystal on the top of it. So hell yeah.
I'll do like a little little boop on the staff, and it'll just fully get encased in light, and it'll shed a bright.
Bless it.
Let me read the full thing for you. 10 feet is bright light, or nope, excuse me. 20 foot is dim light, or 20 foot is bright light, and 20 feet after that is dim light. So total of 40 feet.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
My aura.
Can I make you a source of light? Token emits light. Bright light 20. Dim light 20. Boom.
Hey. I
Here
can
we
see
are.
everybody. Look at how cute we are.
Look how cute we are.
Why am I so big compared to? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you're big compared to the littles.
Yeah.
Oh, are you supposed to be small
I'm
too?
a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only 3 feet.
Boom, nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at all those people in my aura.
Excellent. Okay, so actually get to tell you things. Okay. The orb sets its gaze down down this tunnel before you go into the door. After you go into the door, it like flips up and is pointing straight up at the same door you just came in. It would be obvious to Odysseus, as the person that cast Identify, that it's always going to point to the door, to that particular door. You are now in this underground alley. At the back of it is a set of molding wooden boards, propped up just enough to block a tunnel, leading into a room banked around the curve ahead of you.
Okay.
Oh, environment. Ceilings are 10 feet high at the moment, and you can see, like I think I mentioned, but there is some light kind of leaking out from the area ahead of you into this hallway.
I will slowly start making my way forward.
Sounds good. I'll start following.
Okay, as you step forward.
Ah!
No, it's nothing bad.
Okay.
Just laying the land here. More environment stuff. From the next room, you can hear a sort of echoing of soft lapping of water. From what you can tell is like a empty stone chamber. You can see just a little bit around the corner there, Kazan, wood and stone debris from like collapsed areas of whatever this is around it. Just kind of littering the floor in front of you. This is clearly a not frequently occupied or used space.
Okay. I'll continue creeping forward.
Are we stealthing or are we just kind of going?
That is a good question.
I'm just kind of Kazan is just walking slowly forward to make sure they don't trip on anything, or like stumble into something without being prepared for it. Not necessarily being quiet about it though.
Okay.
Okay. What is everybody's passive perception again?
18.
19.
9.
9.
22.
Okay. Continue.
We scooting.
To the
Just kind of
edge.
scooting along.
Ooh, water.
Okay, yes, you can see that there is a pool of water that leads into a hallway of this pool of water leading into another area to the southwest. You can't really see where it goes. And there is a very small, like a just bigger than a crack of an opening in the southeast wall here.
Okay.
Oh, let's move this.
Let's start squeezing through then. Make room for everyone else. Wonderful.
Oh,
This
whoa.
looks peachy.
Passive
Right.
perceptions 18 and higher. You will notice as you're just kind of like looking around here that the There is a little bit of rippling in the pool, and it seems erratic. It would be pretty obvious to you that there is a creature of some sort swimming around underneath the surface of the water.
Can we try to figure out what kind of creature it is? Just be like, that's definitely what a fish would do. Energy.
Yeah. Make a nature check.
Oh. 16.
16. It is. How do I want to describe this? It is too subtle to be what would happen with like a fish, like the kind of knee-jerk flapping that a fish does. But in order to observe this, you have to like get kind of close to the water, and the water itself is going to start rising up and basically take a swat at you. You can't be surprised, can you?
None of us can.
Nope.
None of you can. Okay.
Because we're too close to Boss.
Yep. Okay. So like a hand of water seemingly reaches up, and we need to roll initiative because you can't be surprised. Woo!
Ooh.
Just about my +0 initiative.
Where is this? There it is. This fucking thing comes at you guys.
Oh, he's
Hello?
Whoa.
Love her.
Jesus Christ.
Get it, Pumpkin?
Whoa!
It's just initiative. It's fine.
Damn. Okay.
+8.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
What is that?
It's gonna kill us.
It's a wave.
He's a cutie patootie is what he is.
Please.
Okay. Pumpkin. The 28.
Oh god, where even is this thing actually on the map?
Oh, I didn't reveal the thing.
Good call.
That would be cool. This thing's spooky looking.
Right here. The picture is really cool.
So he's really tiny
just
too.
little friend.
He was a little guy. For now.
He's so tiny.
Not too big. I'm so slow at getting this written down. Pumpkin.
It's Pumpkin,
Boss.
Odysseus, Boss,
Odysseus, Boss.
has in Alaska.
Wait. Oh, 21 for box. Did Odysseus 2 cousin 14. I'm missing someone. I have Pumpkin, Boss, Odysseus, cousin,
Alaska got a 10.
Alaska 10.
I have +0 to initiative. She's smart, but she's slow.
My table has headers. Wait, it does not have headers.
Oh boy, I gotta figure out how to fight this thing.
Okay. Pumpkin. This creature is attacking you guys. I have no better flavor for that. What would you like to do?
I can like barely see in here too. That's cool.
Oh, that's right,
how
because
many
you only have
people?
your light, right?
Yeah, that's okay. Pumpkin's gonna kind of crouch down a little bit, and yoink one of the feathers from her wing, kind of crush it up, and then like sprinkle it in the air, trying to push whatever this like weird dust is to everybody. I'm trying to cast Water Walk on everybody.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
What?
So hey, now you can go and walk on the water.
Oh, that's dope as shit.
Nice,
That's
nice. Anything else?
I think that's all I'm gonna do right now. Actually, no, I can't. That's not a cantrip. Just kidding, I can't do that. I am going to scoot back against the wall because I'm afeared. That's my turn.
Okay. Odysseia.
So this thing is very obvious, like it's attacking us,
Yes, that is clear.
right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I think she's just going to be like, oh no. And looking at it after jumping back from the water, she's like, well, it's wet, so, and she's going to cast Sacred Flame.
All right.
Has to take a dexterity saving throw, succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or take 2d8 radiant.
Dex save incoming.
Okay.
22. Damn.
Okay, well, it's gonna take half. I think it doesn't say that it would take half, but that feels
For
standard.
Sacred
Cantrips,
Flame,
you
it
take
takes
0.
nothing.
It
Yeah.
takes nothing.
Cantrips are pretty much do or die.
Tried and it dodged the fire. Just like, I don't get it. And do cantrips count as spells, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, never mind. I messed up. Okay.
Wait, so it is a spell, but it's like a lesser spell. Are you trying to do something with your bonus action?
No, I was gonna do bless.
Oh.
So that's
Yeah.
only. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
I think what's he's up to?
Then we are at Vost.
All right. So screw it. Let's try this. Let's see if this is fun. So we are going to run up to this bad boy. Whoop, I'm still on that. Let's not go on that. And let's run up. Whoop. And get by here. And we're gonna take our trident. And does a 26 hit?
Yup.
Got it better.
So that was two-handed. So yeah, she just ran up and just wah with her trident. So that is a D12. That's 7, and she's gonna pull it out and hit again.
It should be D12 plus 3, I believe, right?
Oh, plus 3. Yes. So is that
Yeah.
10?
Yep.
And then she's just gonna go for it again. So does a 21 hit?
It sure do.
All right, and she's just doing the same thing. She's just going bah, bah. So that is a 4, 6, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7 this time, I promise. Math is hard.
Math is hard.
So I have that. And what can I do on a bonus action? No, I don't want to waste that yet. I'm taking attack action. Attack with light melee weapon and holding one hand. Okay, yeah, nope. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Vost gives a couple stab jabs at this thing, and it lets out a couple of shrieks.
No.
Clearly in pain from the magical weapon attack that you just did. Kazan. I feel like I'm calling you cousin, and I'm from Boston.
Cousin.
Cousin.
Cousin. Hey, cousin. Kazan dips their finger in like the side of the water and like rubs a little bit around their lips and is going to take a deep breath and blow outwards and cast Rhymes Binding Ice.
What?
Yep, that's
Cool.
a second level spell. It's not that deep. It's fine. But yeah,
That's a cool
so
description, though.
it's cool. It is a really cool spell name, but it is second level.
No, I meant
So-
your description of how you're casting the spell was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Literally, because this will be a lot of ice damage.
Yeah.
If the creature needs to make a Constitution save of 17.
Not 17.
Yeah.
Well, it is going to take 3d8 cold damage. God damn! What the hell?
What?
Bummer.
Oh
Hey,
my god.
My number one hater.
Okay, and here we see evidence of why I know you didn't crit, but like this is why I do crits the way I do crits, by the
Right.
way. It's always going to be max damage plus what you roll because doubling a is still going to be
Yeah.
Right.
we don't stand that here. Okay, anyway, 5 damage.
So yeah, that'll be 5 damage, and it is hindered by the ice, which effectively just means it's grappled. It just has its speed reduced to 0.
Yes.
And it has to spend an action on each of its turn, or it has to spend an action on its next turn to break out of the ice, if it wants to, if it would like to do
Yes.
that. I don't believe I have a bonus action I would like to do. That'll be it.
Okay. The water weird is going to
Water weird.
spend its action to it just breaks free from the ice as an action.
Yep, it can just break free from the ice.
Okay. Doesn't have any bonus things to do. It's going to slip down into the water, and it is now invisible.
Do I get
Damn
an
it.
attack of opportunity?
At disadvantage, yes, because you don't know if it left your melee range, and it is
Copy.
invisible.
I will use my reaction, and kind of just, as it's turning into the water, I will use, this is just flavoring, I will kind of use the same magic I use for shape water, to like hold a bit of its body up out of the water. I will be using my reaction to negate the disadvantage.
Ooh, nice,
Oh.
That's cool.
nice. That's
Oh.
a
That's a clockwork soul.
clockwork thing. Yeah,
That's
nice.
dope. Sorcerers are dope.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw my trident at it again. So I don't have to hit it with disadvantage right now?
You do
Or
not
I-
have disadvantage.
Great. Okay, here we go.
Oh!
Fucking go!
Holy
Game
crap.
1, we get a crit,
God
baby.
damn!
All right.
Okay, so
So what would max damage be first? Because
max
since you're
damage
rolling
would
it.
be 12
Great.
Okay.
because I'm doing a two-handed,
Mhm.
and well, 12 plus 3.
We only doubled the dice, correct? Or you
So
only
it-
did the max on the dice?
12 plus 3, yeah, maximum what you could get. That includes the 3, but now you're going to roll
Okay.
and not add the 3 again.
Okay.
So 15 plus.
Oh, that's a 1.
That's still
Yeah.
16.
That's fine. That's fine.
Dang
But
it,
again,
dang
this is why. This
Yeah.
is why.
That's why we do it this way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay,
So-
so yeah, Kazan is like holding on, like magically holding on to like I'm gonna say like the tail of this thing, just
Yeah.
in the water, and you give
Aw.
it a whack, and it lets out this shriek as it's clearly trying to struggle away. Anything else?
No, that was just my reaction.
Oh, that was your reaction. That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, Alaska.
Well, damn. So it's now disappeared itself into the water somewhere.
Yes, your reaction only lasted that moment, right?
Yeah. Because I was doing
was
an
a-
opportunity,
Oh,
attack of
no,
opportunity because
Cousins.
it ran away.
Cousins
And
to
it-
take away disadvantage. That was
and
just
that
that
was
one
my
time.
reaction.
Okay.
Cool.
So yes, it is invisible to you now.
Great. I'm just going to generally then move myself. Let's go about here so I still kind of get people in the aura just in case, and I'm also still on the water. I think she like kind of taps her foot on the water first, be like, okay, this is solid, and then shimmies out. Bonus action, she's gonna reach into her bag and pull out this key, and she's gonna grip it with both hands, and it's gonna like shoot out like a spectral sword. And so she's activating the warrior's
Cool.
pass key.
Nice.
And she's just gonna and I'll I think she's just gonna hold an attack action. Or hold an attack, because I can only attack once if I hold one, right?
Yes.
But since I don't know where he is, I think I'm just gonna wait there and just hold the action, and that will be my turn.
Okay. Excuse me. That'll bring us back up to Pumpkin.
Ayo, I'm realizing with the spells that I chose, I can do shit. So
Yeah.
Love that.
woo,
That's what a first session
Wow.
is for.
absolutely. Woo, 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 woo. Crap. Well, I think I'm also gonna go chill out on the water. And kind of just wait for this thing to show back up and hold an action to smack it with my staff.
Okay.
It's about all I can do right now.
All right, Odysseia.
So it's still just gone.
Yes.
Okay. Oh Lord. I think she is going to first look at Pumpkin, who is her dear friend, and just kind of be like, hey, you got this. And do a bardic inspiration.
Oh.
And
Great bards.
we're buds. And then she is going to, I think, just ready a spell for when it appears.
Okay. So for readying a spell, you are actively concentrating on it. The spell slot is expended no matter what. And your trigger is just when you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Sweet. Bust.
God, you know what? I am so ready for this thing to literally, it's gonna cut. So what I imagine is happening right now is that it's underwater and it's regaining its strength by absorbing more of the water that is underneath us, and then it's gonna come up and it's gonna like come under one of us, and we're just gonna ride it like a bull, and
Probably.
that is gonna be problematic. This is where my brain is going. And maybe I just gave magic a whole new thing to play with, but that's like, I am imagining all of us currently just sitting there watching the water, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, and
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
us is just like, oh no. This is, yeah. So because of that, I am I'm gonna hold I'm gonna hold my trident. She been working for me.
This makes sense. Cousin? I can't get this cousin thing out of my head now.
I think I will take a step back from the water for the same fear. And then I'm also going to ready a spell. I'll play it safe. I'm gonna ready a Ray of Frost.
Nice.
Well, it's
Okay.
your turn now.
This is going to be fun. In a shocking turn of events, the weird pops out of the water and tries to attack you. But now all 5 of you
Whoa.
have readied a thing. So
Well,
let's.
he's too far away for me to hit him. He's too far away for me to hit him unless I can like get right there, which I don't, or unless I can have also held movement, which I don't think I can do. So I'll
No. Yeah.
just great.
You can only hold the action.
Nope, your turn.
So everybody who is able to hit the thing with the thing that they held, go for it.
Oh gosh.
I misspoke.
In
I meant
order.
to say Frostbite, not Ray of Frost.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh god.
So, yeah.
boss-
Who was?
Pumpkin goes first. I think. Pumpkin, you
Yeah.
had the first
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You would have been the
Sure.
first one next.
Initiative order: Pumpkin, then Odysseia, then Bast,
Okay.
then Kazan.
Oh, I'll smack it with my staff. Oh my
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Right.
So glad I'm here.
Dunk.
It's like it's nothing really. It's negligible damage, but
It's like a
Same there,
D6,
dude.
right?
yeah, it's a D6 plus 2. It's like really nothing.
All right. So that's 8. Let's see what the
Yeah.
D6 does.
Here, I'll just roll a D6 then. Here you go.
Oh no.
Did the same thing.
Same thing. This is
I don't
why
know
I
if
do
that's-
crits the way I do crits.
Yeah, because we've been boned on a lot of crits.
Yep.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay,
Um,
so wait.
Yep.
So many
9
things
force
to do.
damage.
Odysseia, are you in range to do the thing?
I am in range,
Okay.
and you're going to hear. It's not the sound
No
of a
bludgeon.
bell. It is the sound of like 3 dictionaries falling about
Yes.
5 and the spooky water boy has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Hell yeah.
We love
Heck
Tola Dead.
yeah, everybody love Tola Dead.
That is
Oh,
not
oh.
succeeding.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
It is not very
She
wise.
is going to drop the books and do Toll the Dead, and because he's already injured, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
That is 2d12
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Corrosive baggage.
of
go.
necrotic damage.
I love the extras that you get when they get hurt.
You're gonna roll 2d12. Did I do that correctly? I did not. I'll make this done.
You have a lot of former clerics in this party, so
Yeah. Jesus. Am I the only person that's not a former
shoot.
cleric?
Okay, I accidentally
I
rolled it
believe so.
3 times.
Oh, I
Sorry.
mean, the first
Whoa.
one's pretty good. So.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
The first
one's
2 are
really
really
good.
good.
14. Okay, and then was there Kazan? Did
Yep,
you have something held?
Yep, it needs to make another con save for Frostbite.
Just getting whack smacked all at once. 18.
Whackety smacked.
Okay,
Yep.
that'll succeed. Nothing happens.
Nothing
Okay.
happens. Okay.
now he's got 2 trident boppers.
Yup.
First one. Come on, why are you being so slow today? Oh,
Dude!
happening?
Oh
Happening?
my god.
Fishing 1!
Okay.
You've
This
had
water we thought
3
it was-
nat
it's
20s and
there.
I've had 2 nat 1s? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Oh
There's gonna
my
be here's the
gosh.
thing. There's gonna be a combat where this comes and bites us in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
100%.
Yeah, that's why we've got like a healer and a
Okay.
half.
Absolutely.
Okay,
on
Sam. No
So-
no need to even roll. Flavor the demise of the water weird. It had 3 hit points left.
Oh yeah, glad I came.
So, Boss is gonna jump up with her trident and just whoomp right down and say, "You stay down this time."
And it's gonna let out one like little shriek that fades out as it just splashes into the water, and all is calm now. He gone.
Yeah, good job, team.
We got him.
Yep.
Pops her trident over her shoulder. It's fine, everyone. Shall we keep moving?
Mm-hmm.
Down the bend we go, I suppose.
I assume this was a guard river.
Dear Pumpkin, how much longer can we scoot along this water? Because I'm as you well know, I'm not a fan of swimming.
That's funny. I do.
Really good, actually.
It's like 8 hours.
I think this is an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 8 hours. Oh, water breathing is 8 hours. Never mind.
Yeah, what was the time on this?
It says an hour from the thing you cast.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. She'll just kind of nod in your direction and say, "Fear not, small one. We have just but until sundown." Which you would know means an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. An hour. Fantastic.
Ash playing a Kenku. I love this. This is great.
So good.
Yeah, and we had talked about Ash and I being slightly like Han and Chewbacca, where yeah, I've known Pumpkin for so long that I just know what she's saying at all times. So yeah.
Love
It's a very I am Groot situation.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. An hour. Fantastic. Well, all right. Well, let's keep pressing forward so that we can get beyond all of this wetness before we fall in. How's that sound, folks?
Hour sounds perfect. That's about how long I
Wonderful.
got this sword for. So we should get a walk in.
Are we going to the crack or down the canal?
Does anybody see anything through the crack?
I'm great at looking for things. I will go check.
I'm great at looking for things.
I will
Not
look through the
particularly a
crack
good
and see.
finder.
So you're able to just peer through. This crack in the wall is too small even for the smallest of you to fit into. But you can see through to another cavern that has, it looks like a hallway that turns into a similar direction to the waterway that you're in right now. And then another nasty pool of water further south.
Oh yeah.
Along the canal.
Looks like we'll get there if we take the little water route.
Okay.
All right.
All right, my dears, go. Come on, hop up. Let's get moving. Come on, come on.
Doing a wandering down the water. Holding my spectral sword that looks like a key.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
When
Just a casual keyblade.
when Kazan gets on, they'll cast shape water at their feet, so they'll just kind of like skim along the water as opposed to like walking on it.
Yup. Okay, so the squared room ahead of you has glossy urns and cinerary boxes lining the walls of it. Oh, I put this in the wrong spot. Don't be alarmed.
I'm
So
alarmed.
being alarmed.
Yep.
Oh,
So drifting in the center of it is a ghostly, transparent humanoid figure, but it doesn't have a head. There's just like an orb in the place of where a head should be, and this ghost is just kind of like meandering around. It kind of turns its body that you in a way that you can see. It's like looking somewhere, but you can't. Obviously, it doesn't have a face, so it's kind of hard to tell. And then it like pauses at you guys, and then just kind of turns around and starts wandering off into the next room.
That's disconcerting.
I feel like if we want to finish our job, we should follow it, but I really don't want to follow it.
I mean, I think it happens to be going in the direction that we're going. It's not really a following situation as much of a generally. Let's just keep walking. Let's just keep going.
I know Alaska's not afraid of ghosts, so.
Pumpkin's just gonna kind of stay close to
Oh,
Odyssia.
I moved somewhere bad.
Uh-oh. Where
I'm
are
in the
you?
thing
Oh,
that just says,
no.
yeah, I just
Oh,
see,
come
I
on.
moved up north. Yeah, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden there was a zoom in, and I was in a place where I shouldn't be.
I dragged it
I saw
back.
the depths of
Ah.
hell.
Alaska got sucked through the walls. Oh no, it's happening.
Oh, no.
Pumpkin, you're sticking with me.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Can we hold hands?
Yes.
Ooh, this is a fun little region here. Is this all water?
This is not. So you
Okay.
you left water to get this is like steps coming up a little bit.
Okay.
So you left the water to get in here now.
Mm.
And now this ghost is just kind of like it like starts to walk toward this northwest stairwell that goes into what is clearly a crypt or a sarcophagus. A room with a sarcophagus. Jesus Christ, words are hard. And then another one to the southeast. There is another hallway going to the southwest, but these two are just kind of where this ghost kind of wanders between. And then you hear a voice coming from it.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I? Where is that? Who are you?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
In Odyssia's voice, Pumpkin would say, "Where did you come from, strange knight?"
I don't know. Do you know who I am?
Does the body look familiar?
Oh, does it look like the guy?
Do the clothes look familiar?
No. And I apologize. I actually was supposed to tell you that the ghost is it looks like an armored knight. Like it's a
Oh.
ghost of an armored knight. But with an orb instead of a head.
Creepy.
Does it look like it would be a knight from the city, or is there like any amount of regalia that we could find on him?
Or something?
Perception check. Or you know what? History check.
That's a better number. Hopefully.
21.
That's a good number.
It does look like they've got an insignia generally of Neverwinter. And you know that Neverwinter has armed forces and has always
Right.
had armed forces as far as you know. Definitely does not look familiar in terms of like like the people that have gone missing. You've gotten descriptions of some of them. It doesn't look like any of them.
Okay.
Is the armor vibe like this is old? Like this is a style of armor that's been out for like 300 years, or is it like this is probably
Right.
something that's recently?
Ooh,
Since they don't have a militia currently.
yeah, they're it doesn't look really armor has not changed much in this world over short term.
Sure.
So it could be a year old, it could be 100 years old.
Sure.
But you know it's not like multiple centuries old.
Okay. Modern.
Modernish, yeah.
Okay.
What are you looking for, stranger?
Me? Who am I? Who are you?
Greetings and salutations. I am Alaska Jane. Here to help you get to where you're going. Do you know where you're going?
I don't know.
Do you know what's in that room up there? You keep walking towards it.
I don't. What is this place?
I think Odysseia is going to wander up here and see if this sarcophagus has any markings on it.
It does.
Can I read them?
Yes. There is a plaque on the foot of this sarcophagus that has a name, Chanel Hallwinter. Chanel Hallwinter, yes, and it has two sets of dates. The first set of dates you would understand to be birth and death years, and the second set of date is service years for like military.
Mm-hmm. And it says to this like the service of Neverwinter, so it's. And in terms of the death date, is that now that we have a date, is that close to the current date?
It would be about 40 years old. The death date is 40 years ago. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And there's nothing else in the little sarcophagus space that seems of note.
Yeah, it's pretty plain. The sarcophagus itself is looks like it's well crafted. It's fairly ornate. But outside of that, there's really nothing going on in here outside of those torches and the sarcophagus itself.
Okay. Is your name Chanel?
Oh, sorry. Say again?
Do you know the name Chanel, my friend?
When you say that, the orb that would be their head is going to kind of shrink and coalesce into an actual head. You can now see the face and figure of a woman with braided hair, and is still a ghost, but the face has now changed. And she just looks to you and says, "Thank you.
Of course.
What's going on here?"
You know, we're trying to figure that out ourselves.
Great question, honestly.
Are you one of those people that is messing with our bodies here?
Messing with your body?
Can you please stop? I want to go back.
Of course. It's not us, but we'll stop it.
Yeah, can you point us in the direction of the people?
Chanel? Is your body in your tomb?
Not anymore.
Okay.
And she just points down this southwest hallway.
Is there a message you would like us to deliver to those who are desecrating your body?
I just want them to stop. They're doing horrible things down here. Those ones won't harm you. But I'd like them to rest. I'd like to rest too.
Who are those ones?
The silenced singers. This was once a peaceful tomb,
dear. Okay.
We will do everything we can, my dear.
We'll do our best to make sure that you see your afterlife and that your soul is put to rest.
She'll have this whole time she's had like a very pained expression on her face. She'll relax a little bit, but we'll basically just like give you a shallow bow and just walk away into this room with the sarcophagus.
Okay. Onward.
The southwest.
Southwest.
That's where
Right.
she pointed, right?
Yeah. Let's walk to where she pointed.
Should we be stealthing at this point? Beam.
We're gonna try.
I'm not the quietest, but I'll give it a shot.
Also, same. I am incredibly not quiet.
I probably could be if I wanted to, but I choose not to be.
But I mean,
I'm
I
a
can
cat.
I can do my best to like tippity toe. But every time I try and tippity toe, my outfit clanks against itself. So,
Mhm.
Creak, good creak, good creak.
but we can try if you want us to do a slow and do a stealth.
Pumpkin's gonna kind of flap her wings a little bit to get your attention.
Ooh.
And do a very similar thing that she did with the water walk spell. She'll pluck a feather from her wings, which
So much
looks
feather.
like it doesn't actually like take one from there. It's not like she's like balding herself by any means.
It's
But
like
she
it's
takes
like
one
her
and does
hand.
yeah, it kind of is, but it's just like it's her weird little spell component thing. But she takes one, crushes it, and spreads it into the air, and just says, "To the darkness, we must go." And cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Ooh.
So that's gonna get you a +10 to any stealth checks
Heh,
for
heh.
the next hour.
Yes.
Cool.
Hour, hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're being stealthy. Let's roll stealth checks.
Heh, heh.
Plus 10. Beesh. 29. Oh my god.
This is all
34.
plus 10.
34.
Jesus.
Boop. Roll. 13.
Okay.
God, pumpkin.
There might be a little bit of a
40?
trace.
40?
40? Pumpkin
Oh
disappears into
my-
the ether. Jesus.
Oh my
8.
God.
Okay.
I
That's
appreciate that everyone rolled very, very well, and then I'm just like clank, clank, clank. I'm just like the entire Bluth family, like making noises about chickens. Like that's what I sound like.
Fitting that you're leading the charge here, Alaska.
Jesus.
Because you can see in the next room several shambling zombies just kind of aimlessly wandering back and forth around this room. You know that you're not being quite as light-footed as your companions. You're still doing okay, especially with Pass Without a Trace. But you don't really seem to be disturbing them.
I'll be like, hey guys, keep it down. All right? And then shimmy silently. It looks like we're not disturbing them. She's just gonna get a little closer, and see if she does disturb them, as like generally, I guess, coming around this corner.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing seems like they're doing anything.
So when you get a little closer, the ones that are immediately closest to you will actually like stop and just kind of look at you with this like 1,000-yard aimless stare, and just like turn away and just keep shambling around aimlessly. Your passive insight is
9.
okay. This is weird.
Yeah, feels like it.
What you see in here as well is what looks like used to be a very nice, well-kept and serene crypt. It's now lying in complete ruin. You've got some chipped stone pillars bracing the vaulted ceiling. Tombs are cracked open, and all of these reanimated corpses are just kind of meandering about as I described. At the center of the room's back wall is a dirty, desecrated shrine bearing the image of a blank scroll.
Hmm.
Odysseus, when you walk up here as well, you get like a similar reaction. One or two of the closest zombies kind of like look at you and then just keep going about, shambling about aimlessly.
I was gonna say Alaska isn't gonna say anything, but she's gonna like look at Odysseus, like do an eyes point and point at the scroll. She doesn't want to say anything, but she's like, "You should go look at the scroll."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just because I can, I'm gonna cast a divine sense. So as an action, I detect good and evil, and until the end of my next turn, I can see if anything is affected by the Hallow spell, and then know if there are any celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet. This
Okay.
is a paladin thing.
So you know there are undead within 60 feet. What are you trying to glean with this specifically?
More I'm interested, I guess, in like the Hallow spell, because
Oh,
I
the
know
Hallow,
that there are all zombies there, and I guess if there's anything like spooky, like in the room next, like clearly we're gonna like hook around another path. I wonder if I can
Yeah.
like sense anything in that direction.
Okay. 60 feet?
Yeah.
Yes, you do detect more undead. About if you could draw a straight line to it, slightly below you and about 60 feet away.
Slightly below. And does it feel like more of these guys? Does it feel more
Yeah,
powerful than? All right.
It's more zombies. Yeah.
Zomboids. Cool.
Okay. So I can see all these zombies, and I can see a scroll in a desecrated shrine.
Yes. The shrine includes the image of a scroll.
The image, but not us.
Not an actual scroll. It's like a stone and precious metal shrine, part of which is depicting a scroll.
Scroll
Like chipped away. Yes. Religion check.
Ooh. Okay. Religion. Where's that? There she is.
They're alphabetical.
I know, but I'm just blind.
Okay.
Well, baby.
The DC was actually a 10. This is not very difficult. So you recognize, excuse me, the image that the shrine depicts is actually the holy symbol of Ogma, god of knowledge and patron to bards and wizards.
Oh. Desecrated shrine. I'm just writing. How do you spell this person's name?
Oghma.
Not AUGMA.
No.
Too bad.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Actually, everybody make a religion check, please.
Great, because that's one of the ones I am good at.
Cool.
Fuck.
Nope.
I'm good at that in that one.
I am. I am not a bard with all of my numbers and all of my spells anymore.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's
Heck.
funny.
Ogma
Okay.
was one of my
funny.
mom's friends, I guess.
Bast and Kazin. You yeah, Boston Kazin, you would understand the same, trying to Ogma. And you know who Ogma is. But the two of you would also understand that reconsecrating that shrine could be helpful with the awkward undead situation happening right now.
How would we consecrate the shrine?
Bost and Kazan would know that there are
Like
two
the
possible
ceremony
ways to make that happen. Ceremony spell is actually a third.
I have
I
that.
don't have it
Today.
prepped. God damn it.
But you do
Yeah.
also know that you can just touch the shrine and expend some magic, expel a first level or higher spell slot, to reconsecrate it. Or you could, specifically for Ogma, you could make a performance check with an instrument to basically perform a song, make the same thing
Hey.
happen.
That's fun.
I've got my song horns on me.
Okay.
I've got my flute.
Oh.
I've got a lot
Okay.
of magic.
I've got a positive disposition.
Let's save our magic for now. Odysseia, would you like to perform a little duet? Let's have some fun while we're down here. Why
A
not?
duet with the dead?
No, just the two of us. Just around being an
Just the
audience
two of
here.
That's exactly the song they're gonna sing.
Do we
I've
have to
got
be
my
in-
song horn. You've got your flute. We'll make up a little ditty.
Beautiful. Do we have to be in front of the shrine to do something like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Or well, at least near it, like 10, 15 feet.
You know, Bastard.
Call me boss, dear. We've known each other long enough.
It's been a whole 8 hours. Let's go. I would like to sneak through the zombies if possible.
Okay. Make a stealth check. New stealth check.
New stealthing. Boop.
Pass without trace is still going. 26.
26.
Okay. So you are very careful and successful at just weaving through these zombies without really touching or disturbing any of them. As you pass them, like each individual one when you get close to it, it just kind of looks at you and then keeps going on its shambling way.
This is a kind of just like a general question, but like, is that normal behavior for zombies? Because
Very much no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they're passive. Unusually passive.
Yes. What is your passive insight again? Like 19?
22?
22? Okay. I'm going to say, again, level 10 adventurers. All of you are going to, I'm going to say, have at least some level of experience with undead creatures and specifically zombies. It's actually like weird how common zombies are in this world.
Right.
They're kind of
They
like
are
Rats.
often pretty mindless, so that tracks with what's going on right now. But they usually have just like blindly murderous intent. Like they literally just want to kill anything alive that comes within their purview. The fact that they're like reacting to you, first of all, is normal, but the fact that they're so passive is very much not. Something is off with this whole situation.
Sure.
Okay.
And you guys are gonna start playing music?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I think
I-
right. I was gonna say
Well,
before
sorry.
you guys start. No,
I
was
have
gonna say-
I have to sneak in too and get next to her. So
Cool.
let me do a sneak. That's a stealth. Why you
These new stealths,
why
yeah.
you being a butt? So 23.
Okay, same for you. You're able to kind of move around them without really disturbing. This is the stealth here is going to be more of like a how careful can you be? Obviously
Sure.
they can see you and there's really no avoiding that. Same thing. They just kind of look at you and then keep going aimlessly around the room.
I
Alaska's
wonder-
just gonna position herself close to it, both of them since they're right up on the shrine, so that if something does happen, she's like there and is potentially preparing an action to hit that one zombie that is the closest to her.
I wonder if, in terms of stealth, it would be better to expend a spell slot here than to awaken. Alaska, you said there were how many more undead within 60 feet of you?
At least a couple. I don't remember if I got a number of zombies in the other room. Magic.
I'm sorry. Say again.
Did we get a number of how many other undeads or whatnot feel like they're in the next room?
We did not. There were 8.
Great. Yeah, maybe quiet is a way to go.
If you would prefer, I can restore my magic immediately
Oh,
with little cost to myself.
Can you consecrate the shrine, my friend?
I feel like it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, that would be knowledge we would have. Can any magic user reconsecrate a shrine, or does it have to be? Oh, anyone can do it.
Anybody with magic, at least a spell slot of level 1 or higher.
I mean, I'll let y'all fight it out. You two seem like the most magic users. It just depends on whether you, Odysseus, feel like you would like to do it, as it is a goddess of knowledge and musical funness, or if Kazan, you want to do it just for the sake of fucking the man.
Yeah, if you would rather do this yourself, I fully understand that. I'm just offering my hand for the sake of the possibility of a difficult couple of rooms ahead of us.
Yeah, I think Odysseus is going to reach out to this goddess of knowledge, and on the cracked scroll, put her hand there and just try to push all of the knowledge of all of the books she's ever read and all of her graduate degrees
All of her
into
graduate
this
degrees.
shrine. And I'm going to expend just a first level slot for that.
Okay. The shrine has a similar effect to like using prestidigitation to clean something up. It has like a new sheen and shine to it, and glows with a bright golden hue. And all of you are going to hear this like subtle collective sigh coming from all of the zombies, and they collapse to the floor and turn to dust.
The same kind of dust as the dude?
Yes.
Oh dear. Odysseus turns to Bass and says, I'm sorry, I was just worried that maybe we'd play a good song and then...
We could have played them out. It's fine. We could have given them a little funeral dirge, and they could have had a pleasant goodbye, but that's fine.
After dinner tomorrow, together we do a little...
Absolutely. We'll play a little jig. Everybody will dance. It'll be lovely.
Excellent.
We all feeling good?
Fantastic. Let's head out, friends.
Is there anything else now that the shrine has been consecrated that we notice, or has the scroll is there like writing on the scroll now? Or is it just like,
you know that you know that the empty scroll is like the holy symbol of Ogma.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's supposed to be empty.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
supposed to be empty. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We thought the knowledge had been removed from the scroll, and we were like, ha.
I'm gonna pull a quill out of my bag and leave it as an offering to her. And I'm also gonna give the scroll a little kiss.
Nice.
Love it.
I'm just gonna whisper offhandedly, my husband loves your work. Walk away.
Nice.
That's so cute.
Here we go. Zombies. Boop. They gone.
Be gone, zomboids.
And none of those zombies look like the body of Chanel, right?
Ooh, perception check.
Oh god.
That's all you, baby.
Good question.
We gave her our word.
Goddamn.
Well, she knows the answer. It's a net 20. Jesus.
Is it?
Sweet baby.
We're gonna get so fucked in our next battle, guys. Something's gonna happen. And we're gonna
Yeah.
get
So Odyssia is aware that she's being piloted by a really cool person in a different realm of existence. Jesus Christ, 32.
I'm worried about Chanel.
You are positive that none of those bodies looked like Chanel at all.
Okay. Let's. It feels like there's more. Oh god, there's more.
Yeah, there's hella more.
Oh lord. Well,
Alright, we're gonna shimmy down this hallway.
We have the ominous green lights down there as well.
this
Yeah.
Pass Without Trace is so clutch.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. It's stupid how good and helpful it is.
Okay, so Alaska, you see this ominous green light ahead, and as you start to get closer, you see that there's a superimposed into the stone, there is just this skull with two glowing green eyes, and it's got hands coming out of it, like the arms and hands, but they're coming like directly out of the skull. That's all that's depicted with this statue like structure. Not any other part of like a body or anything like that, just the skull and two arms.
But it's been like carved into the stone.
It looks carved, but actually make a perception check for me. A lot of checks with this today.
We
No,
gotta
that
know.
performance. Don't let subtract 4 from that. That's an 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it was really, really well carved.
So here's something stupid that I can do. Let me find it. Features, traits. Do. I think that's where it lives. Nope. Description. There we go. With my archaeologist background, when I enter a ruin or dungeon, I can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine if its builders, determine who built it, like what
Ooh.
what species built it.
You just understand that?
I just know that because I'm an
Okay.
archaeologist.
Nice. Okay, so this dungeon was originally built as a crypt mausoleum for soldiers of Neverwinter, and the original architects were human.
I'd pass that along. Sorry,
You would all see that there is a stairwell going to a lower level to your right, and a hallway continuing to also your right at the end of this hallway.
The stone skull. You said the hands were coming out of the skull?
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Does it feel like it's like another shrine to something, or just an art piece, or like a bad guy that got frozen in the stone?
Yeah, with your perception check, that would be very difficult for you to surmise.
Okay.
This looks like a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah.
It's like those hands are gonna go. Whoop.
Well, how about I just stand here as everybody walks by, that way you can, just in case you're a little more protected and you're walking around. I assume we're going back down those stairs.
So we're going down the stairs or going down the hallway?
Can we go down the hallway? It looks like it caps itself. Or does it shimmy around the corner?
I can't see.
I'm gonna stand right here so that my aura is around the whole hallway.
Okay.
until whoever decides to walk next goes to where they go.
Downstairs we go.
Going downstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like me to check around the corner just to make sure?
Might as well.
Nice.
Those of you going downstairs can hear now more consistently and very real instead of this tickle in the back of your mind, chanting
Oh no.
from farther down the catacombs.
Are they chanting in Abyssal or are they chanting the what is it?
They're chanting in common, and
Mm.
it's a cacophony of words that don't really seem like they fit in any sort of sequence at all. It's like they're just rambling off random words.
Just full reciting the dictionary.
Yeah, like pick a page, point at it, say that word. Pick a page, point at it, say that word. Yeah. But it's in a it's almost like a sing-songy kind of tone.
Yep.
That's terrifying. Continuing down the stairs.
Yes, more water. Ugh.
Oh, did we hit water again? Dope.
It's water over there, and it's not. No. It's not.
Oh,
water.
yes. Sorry, I didn't describe that for you. It was, yeah,
Very
it's
good.
just a...
Yeah, it's just water.
The smell is nasty, and
yeah.
the water is green and putrid. That's
Yeah.
what you needed to know.
Great.
Gross.
If the light coming from the skull, are those flames? Like is the green light, are they green flames or are they like something else?
You can tell that it's like the light spell on a couple on the
Oh,
stone.
sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's terrifying.
Okay. Let's go.
Getting the heebie-jeebies listening to this music.
I hate it.
wonderful.
I love it, but I hate it.
I hate
so
it.
much.
Okay, we're going down. You do see before you move your tokens here. I don't know if you want to do anything. So just to make sure, you see at the bottom of the steps another room. It's about 20 feet wide by 60 feet long, almost rectangular room with a series of stone. Carla, a series of stone seats that have a striking resemblance to like pews.
Or I would go in there.
And at each one stands a zombie. They're just standing there.
Knowing what we did in the last room, is there like an altar or something at the end of the room?
There is. You can see. Sorry, not an altar. But there is a. Is that? I gotta.
Sure.
I'm gonna move you guys and then find this. Make sure I'm not missing
God.
something.
That seems bad.
That seems great. We just did one of these.
This is a lot of what I was struggling with today.
Sure.
You know,
Having to
exactly
set
what
this
do.
stuff up.
Surely nothing will be different the second time.
Okay, so the bottom of the stairway opens into a wide sanctuary with a vaulted ceiling. Stone pew. I said pews. I was right. Stone pews are arranged in orderly rows. Black candles burning green flames occupy niches along the walls.
That's not a problem.
And then atop a pulpit at the far end, south, stands a jagged sculpture of a humanoid thing. But it looks like it kind of looks like it's half human and half like construct, like metal
Sure.
body.
But it looks like another desecrated situation.
Not so much desecrated as just completely physically out of place.
Hmm.
Not all we can see because on my screen I can see beyond that.
Oh no! I messed up the
Yeah, I
walls.
was like, I can see that too.
Theater of the mind.
look.
Yeah, I
Just-
don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't see anything. I just was checking.
Zoom in real far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I messed up the walls.
Are you fine?
So the out of place, does it look like they like drug this statue down here? Or just like moved it from one part of the room to another part of the room?
Or maybe it moved from one part of the room to another part of the room.
I don't like that.
I think
Wait.
that was a question I had for the DM, unless you're not
Say
unless you're
again.
already looking at it. So that you said the statue looks out of place. Does it look like someone brought like the statue in here, or was just moving it around the room?
It's like someone brought it here. Yeah.
Oh. Yee. Wow. Do we want to look at what that statue is, or do we want to fuck this room and go the other direction? Or do we go through this room into somewhere else?
Well, there's two. It looks like at the last of the pews, there's there's a corridor.
Yeah. Let me wander down here.
There, I fixed it.
carefully.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was a little confused by what I was and wasn't supposed to be seeing.
As you pass through these zombies, they have a very similar reaction to the other room, where they just kind of slowly turn their bodies to look at each of you as you pass by, and then just continue to look forward.
So this is a pulpit.
This down here, yes.
Yeah.
Is there anything holy on the pulpit? Like, is there sort of like something behind it? Like normally there'd be like a piece of art, or is this ungodly is this strange sculpture the piece of art that is now as like the decoration rep of this pulpit?
The latter.
Okay, so it's
So
not like
something- it's like something else was taken down and they put this thing in place.
okay.
What is this thing? Can any of us identify what like god or construct this statue is supposed to be?
Make a religion or history check if you would like to try.
Is it considered a magical object?
It is not.
22.
Hold on. What are my other two? I want to keep looking. It's not an
Oof,
alchemical object and it's not a technological device. Okay, fine. I'll just do +6.
Nat 20.
Nice.
God damn. You know everything.
Guys, we hit my niche.
Yeah. So, boss, you're having a hard time with this.
Yeah, I know.
The rest of you are going to get like an idea, and then realize, wait, the way this is depicted is off. It's not usual for maybe this deity or that one, or maybe like a famous person here or there. Several names are gonna cross your minds, and ultimately you're going to determine that you really just don't know.
Well, I'm no further than anybody else, so there.
Let's see. You guys that are farther down can see a hallway going to the west that leads to a room. It looks like there's a bunch of like bedrolls and stuff on the ground. And then to the east, you can see like scattered pieces of parchment and like random garbage, it looks like, on the ground to the east.
I mean, bedrolls mean there might be people there, so parchment.
I think bedrolls is where the people who are doing this are staying.
That's what I'm thinking as
And
well.
right.
Parchment is where they're doing their unholy rituals.
So do we dig through their stuff or do we dig through what they're doing? Because I feel like if we go, point being, I think we should go east.
Let's go east.
Right.
Did you say east?
East, yeah.
Okay. This one.
Yes.
Going farther in, you can see crooked shelves filled with books and scrolls against the walls that are farther south, east, and west. In the center of the room is a square table covered in scribbled notes and ink-stained parchment. And then, like I said, there's all this parchment and looks like pieces of plants and herbs and glass scattered across the ground.
And glass?
Glass,
Like-
yes.
Like bottles, like potion bottles, possibly. I'm gonna poke over the table, see if there's anything good that I should know.
Okay, investigation check, please.
Slightly higher number. That's not bad.
Okay, there is a lockbox on this table, a small ebony box. It is locked, and but it is clearly valuable and/or holding something valuable.
Can I crush the lock with my hands?
You can
That's
try.
fun.
All right, what do I do with that?
We'll just call it an unarmed strike.
Oh, okay, easy. She's like gonna crack her knuckles, her like
Can-
fat knuckle hands first.
Can I cast frostbite on it to make it more brittle? So
Sure.
like, in hopes of giving like advantage or something.
I like that. We'll just make the DC lower, or the I guess the AC lower because you're gonna hit it.
Yeah. Great. Here I go.
15.
Yeah, I only rolled a 4.
Oh shit! You have a plus 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it busts
Bonafide
open.
strength, baby.
Yeah, it busts open. You find these would say, I would say, you know that these are potions of healing.
Oh.
Can
It'll treat.
Odysseia investigate like the books and stuff?
Yes. What for?
I just want to know, like, is this like old records and things, or is this like magically related to do a thing?
Okay. Investigation check.
Okay. And I was wondering, do you use Xanathar's rules for like proficiencies and stuff?
Off the top of my head, I don't know what those are specifically.
I'm just proficient in calligrapher's supplies, which means I can augment the benefit of a successful check made to analyze or investigate ancient writing, scrolls, and other texts, and I can, and they can aid in identifying who wrote a script of a magical nature.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm all about that. So yes. What is your investigation check?
I will investigate. It doesn't like give me advantage, but apparently it just okay. Next one.
Jesus.
I want
Guys,
to know.
Guys,
My-
we're gonna
my
get so
soul.
fucked in a second. We're gonna
My
get so
spreadsheet
fucked in
is
a second.
working. It's all coming together.
It's all fun and
Oh.
games until you roll 4 nat ones next time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what to
God.
fuck us.
Oh my god. Okay.
I literally took
Sorry.
Great Weapon Master so I could get around ones.
The nature of what's going on with this these books and parchment and everything is like this chaotic smattering of subjects that ultimately seem like they boil down to basically two. Like two very broad subjects. The first big umbrella subject is rituals and processes of creating undead, and it would click for you that this is probably what whoever's been here was doing with the other crypts in this place, and that's why the whole undead situation is so off. Like
They're just not good at it.
like they're doing things slightly wrong on purpose for research
Ooh.
purposes. So like the ghost that didn't have a head until you said its name, like that's not a thing. And all the zombies that are just kind of wandering aimlessly instead of attacking anything that moves, that's not right.
Okay.
But it seems that the people doing these things are actually messing it up on purpose.
Okay.
The second subject is like research into the essence of a person. There's a lot of talk about like souls and the different planes of existence, what happens to a soul when they physically die, what happens to a body when the soul leaves it. the weird, a more weird sort of take on bringing a soul back to a body, which is like a weird way to say just reviving someone. But like the wording of these texts is all, it's all like slightly off in disturbing ways.
Okay.
Do the books have an author?
They don't appear to, at least not one that's like written in the
Like
script.
labeled?
Yeah, like obviously somebody wrote them, but yeah, it's not like labeled with an author.
Are they like books like this is someone's workbooks, their notebooks as they're doing something, or is this like we hired a man and he has a printing press?
No, very much the former, where it's like work notes of things that people have done and tried, and like outlining the outcomes and things like that.
Can we take these?
I would love to take them and destroy them somewhere else.
I'll open up my bag.
Passive insight, everybody.
9.
9.
Jesus.
Team 9.
Team 9.
22,
How did we
14.
get anywhere?
14, and Pumpkin
18.
18. Okay.
Mhm.
The three of you have a gut-wrenching like sink in your stomach at this moment. Like the most evil thing that you could experience is happening in your physical vicinity right now. And the
Divine
chanting,
sense.
the
Oh,
chanting
I
just
don't
got
feel anything,
louder.
never mind.
Sorry, will you say that last bit one more time?
And the chanting just got louder from your south.
From the south. Let's take the books and go.
Oh. If there's one left on the table, I'll grab it.
Say again, sorry.
I said if there's one left on the table, I'll grab it.
Yeah, we grabbed
Okay.
everything and put it in my bag of holding.
Yeah.
You should do a
That's
full
what I
like
thought.
sweep like this.
Yeah. Toss, 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 toss. We'll dig through it later.
Let's go. How many potions of healing did you get, Alaska?
It was 2.
2 greater.
2 greater? Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
also have, I think, 5 normal. No, I think I have 5 greater otherwise. I bought them and they're already in the bag of holding. And I already subtracted my money, but 2 greater. I will add them in a second.
That just seems so bad.
Yeah. We're wandering. We're doing a wander.
Doing a wander. Odyssea, you can you kind of peer around this corner and you see, sorry, there's no like tokens on the board here, but there's this runic circle in the middle of the room with like green lightning energy just kind of splattering all over the place. And you can see a dozen cultists all in a circle with one person in the center. All of them are floating. And just like their hands are outstretched, they're floating in the air, and they have these like 1,000-yard stare, blank eyes going on, and they're doing this chant in the middle of the room, and it just stops after a couple of you turn this corner, and it's like eerily quiet now. All of them are they're like still, and you can see that they're like desperate in their gazes now, and they're like gasping for air, but they can't move.
Do any of them look like the guy who died?
No. But now some other stuff happens.
Oh no.
The runic circle suddenly hisses with this lurid light as if being extinguished. The glow of the runes dims as shadowy smoke rises from the carvings and coalesces into a humanoid figure that looks exactly like the statue a couple rooms back.
Oh, shit.
And an eerie voice is just going to start speaking, and you can see from the like smoke and ash that this mouth is moving. Good news, Zalrir. Though your efforts have been disappointing, you have brought me new points of interest. And the apparition is going to look directly at you guys. Yes, there is great potential here. We will meet again. But until then, I have my eye on you. All hail, Lord Vecna.
I knew it.
Yeah, I knew it.
I
Yeah.
knew it.
Oh!
Oh my god.
And the smoke is gonna coalesce into this image. It's so fucking good.
So good. I love this.
And he's gonna have this like boastful, like, behold me stance for a moment before he just snaps out. The smoke goes away. And we are doing the Vecna one, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he just threaten to like peeping Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's what
Yeah.
happens before. This is what we're gonna end on.
God.
When his apparition poofs out of existence, you can hear this, like, think of the stereotypical, like, hushed scream, as the apparition looks and feels like it actually, like, rushes and goes through each of you, with this, like, horrible chuckle from him. And you're gonna understand that you have been afflicted with something. And it feels really bad and evil at first, but then you realize that it might actually be something beneficial to you. Everybody flip a coin or roll a d2.
I'm just gonna roll a
Roll.
d4 and go from there.
Yeah.
Roll a d4. Evens, good. Odds, bad.
Odds.
Evens are good. I closed my eyes when I rolled it for the record.
How do you make
I
it roll
rolled.
in the chat?
Slash roll and then d2. Slash roll space d2.
You know what? I'll do that. That sounds fun.
Sam, did you have a question?
No, I'm saying I got an odd. So
Okay.
1.
If you got an odd. Oh, by the way, for our lovely viewers at home, if you missed our session 0, the whole shtick for coming into this was that I did not tell the players what campaign we were doing, except Andrea, because girlfriend privileges.
Yeah.
So I
We're internet official.
yeah. Oh, and I forgot to tell you something. I'm going to tell you anyway because it's fun for this. Who had the orb?
I
Oh
did.
shit.
When all of this happened,
did.
the orb became soft and cold to you. And when you would look at it, you would actually realize it's a desiccated eye.
I picked,
Oh no.
when you described the orb, I was like, that's a fucking eyeball. That is a goddamn eyeball.
Yeah.
Tell us what an orb point.
Exactly.
Oh, gross.
Okay, so the cat's out of the bag. Here's what happens. If you rolled odd, you have Charm of the Creeping Hand. And I'm going to send this to the Discord, so don't worry about having to remember this stuff. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack roll using a weapon or an unarmed strike, you can infuse your strike with life-stealing energy
Gross.
for 1d10 necrotic damage, and you gain temporary hit
1d10?
points. Yes.
Temporary hit points.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
If you rolled even, you get Charm of the Eldritch Eye. You can cast Clairvoyance as an action without using a spell slot and requiring no material components 3 times ever.
Wow.
Dang. Okay.
Oh, and the first one is 5 times ever.
Ever?
And
Okay.
then it's just done. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. That's it. We're gonna pick up damn it, I did forget one other thing. You guys ready for another cool thing? Sorry.
Play
Yeah.
Cool thing.
Sorry.
I'll open my book back up.
I got all excited about the reveal, and now I forgot one of the like big things right now. In the hands of the person in the center of the circle when they were doing this ritual was a book. And that like gut feeling that you guys got when the chanting got louder, you the 3 of you are like centered on that book now with that bad feeling. All of these people are now dust. The book has fallen to the ground, and it just feels evil.
Got it.
I love Vecna so much. All of his lores.
Yes. Okay. That's actually where we're gonna end today. We will pick up there in
3 weeks.
3 weeks. This is going to be an every other Sunday campaign after that.
Except in July, which might get interesting.
Yeah, we'll have exceptions, but regular schedule is going to be an every other week thing. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.